Anyone else like to share? How about you in the back with the glasses, sir?
My name's Bobby, and I am an addict.
Hey, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby. You know, you folks aren't here because you're gamblers. You are here because you are terrible gamblers.
Hey, Bobby.
These folks don't need to stop doing what they're doing. They just need to get better at it. Who's stealing?
Please.
Who's that?
Hello?
You're a Belly James. Bobby Riggs.
Let's roll. The Thursday night throwdown has begun. The pimps, the players, the hustlers, the people that bust them, and everybody else in between. From Costa Rica to California, Montreal to Minnesota, and of course Las Vegas, Nevada, where Game 5 is being played right now. We're at the intermission. It is 3-2 for the Las Vegas Golden Knights. This game has really opened up and gotten wild, and I'm sitting here getting pretty upset about this because, you know, I didn't bet the total of this game. I thought it was going to go over the number, and when it was low scoring, I kept telling myself, you know what? I'm going to jump in on the over as soon as it dips to like 3.5 or so because it's got to open up eventually. And of course, I didn't. You know, and like I'm about to, and then I don't. And I'm like, oh shit, I have that other game, and I'm about to, and I don't. And they just kept scoring. And I'm like, fuck. You know, it's just one of these things. I'm sort of on tilt right now. I'm sort of on tilt. I'm getting frustrated, like with bets that I didn't make and I should have made, and I did, you know, should have zigged when I zagged and zagged when I zigged. But it's not all bad. If Las Vegas can win this game, or I say Las Vegas, excuse me, they're just Vegas. So a pretty wild hockey game going on right now. We'll keep our eye on this game. Little NHL betcast here this evening for the third period of play. And once the NHL game is over, we'll continue the betcast into the WNBA betcast. I don't believe SBR's ever had an official WNBA betcast before, so we'll have to do that this evening. The Seattle Storm and the Los Angeles Sparks. This game's coming up in 21 minutes' time, and to a lot of people that aren't like regulars at SBR, they'd probably think that was a joke, but it's no joke. All right, hands up, people. Hands up. How many people are going to be betting this WNBA game, or will bet this WNBA game if I convince you as to why we should bet this WNBA game? I know who I'm talking to. If anything, there's one thing I'm good at is I do know my audience.
Anyone else like to share? How about you in the back with the glasses, sir?
My name's Bobby, and I am an addict.
I like to bet on WNBA games.
Now, you folks aren't here because you're gamblers. You are here because you are terrible gamblers.
And you bet on the
These folks don't
WNBA.
need to stop doing what they're doing. They just
Stop.
need to get better at it.
There should be Bobby Riggs. Bobby Riggs, being the big chauvinistic pig that he is and was, may you rest in peace, Master Bobby. King Bobby. Fuck you, LeBron King. Yeah, we'll get to LeBron in a couple of minutes here. Fucking LeBron, greatest of all fucking time. I stand with Pete Annapolis. Pete Annapolis, former assistant coach with the UMass Minutemen. Basketball lifer. Said on my radio show today. He's like better than Michael Jordan. He's like LeBron James isn't even the best player in the NBA. He's just the most hyped player in the NBA. The best player in the NBA is Kevin Durant. That's not for me. But anyways, we'll get back to LeBron being the fucking being LeBron. Fuck. What time is it right now? Has he left Cleveland yet again? I must have missed. Is there an ESPN decision show again? Is he going to sit down with Jimmy Gray again? I'm taking my talents. Fuck you, your fucking talents. Fuck. Well, your talent of choking in fucking big games? You're 3-6, bro, in the fucking finals. Greatest of all time. Yeah, I guess. Fuck. And the Buffalo Bills are the greatest football team of all time. Oh, here's Big Man on campus. Come right on cue. What's up, Big Man? I don't want to start off the show with LeBron James talk because it's going to dominate the fucking night. It's already started. We can't do anything here, guys. Like, we're a hostile crew. If you weren't with us last night I showed a jar of fucking Cheese Whiz and all fucking hell broke loose in the chat. Settle down, Brooks. Listen, we're going to save the fucking LeBron shit for after. We're going to save the LeBron shit for after, all right? We're going to get to it, people. We can't start off arguing about LeBron James, but we all know he's a bitch, fuck. He's already making excuses. All right, let's just start off with LeBron James then. All right, is this where we're at every night? Fine. Fine. Do I have to make my case? Guys, do you guys like watch the games? Did you watch last night? Did you actually watch the game? Did you see him fucking tap out? He's tapped out ever since after that J.R. Smith play. See, Loretti knows what time it is. He would draft Curry over LeBron right now. Exactly. LeBron's a great athlete, but he's got no killer instinct. Big Country Reeves. Hey, I can't go that far. If Kevin Durant was on the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kevin Durant could take any team to the playoffs. But anyways, let's just get this WNBA team. Let's just get this WNBA thing out of the way right now, all right? Settle down, Baz. Thank you, Jabron. I got more heart than LeBron James. See LeBron James last night, too? He barely gets touched. You see his face. And he's okay. He goes into instant, and he's like, oh, okay, no, I'm okay. It's like, dude, fuck. People are saying, oh, LeBron could play football. Pff, yeah. He'd last like fucking 2 plays, fuck. Sweeping the Raptors, big deal. Who cares, fuck? Just because I'm a Raptor fan doesn't mean I think the Raptors are the greatest team in the history of the world or anything. I'm not one of these fans that's like delusional. So, all right, listen. WNBA game tonight. I'm not going to give the pick until I see a hand check here in the chat. I want to see people in the chat. Hands up. Hands up. How many motherfucking people? What's up, Mud? How many people are going to bet this WNBA game? Everyone put the LeBron. We'll get back to why Kevin Durant's better than LeBron James momentarily. Kevin Durant actually plays defense, too. All right, Bruce Chad says hands up. George. Ace Farmer says no. All right, so there's only 2 of us. Spencer, Brett Myers. All right, you guys are in. So listen. This should be an interesting game here this evening, as we have one of the most explosive offenses in the WNBA. Now, if you look at the WNBA tonight, there's been 2 games so far. All right, the Minnesota Lynx and the Washington Mystics, 88-80. Game went over. Connecticut Sun and New York Liberty, game goes over. The WNBA, these chicks are getting better. And excuse me, April, for using the word chicks, but hey, people have said worse things about WNBA players. I want to get Rudy Giuliani's thoughts on, well, that's not, they're not women of value. But, listen, the WNBA players are very good. Like, it's no joke of basketball, all right? And the quality has really gone up, and they score a lot. The Seattle Storm hit 17 motherfucking three-point shots in their last game, all right? The game before that, they took like 23 three-point shots. The Seattle Storm have morphed into like Loyola Marymount, like let's bomb away. They're a three-ball team. They're a three-ball team. They score 92 points a game. All right, Seattle are scoring 92 points a game. Breanna Stewart's unstoppable. One of the top fantasy players in the WNBA. The Seattle Storm are 5-2 on the season. They take on the Los Angeles Sparks, who are 4-1, who are more of a defensive team. Los Angeles only give up 78 points a game. They've been off since Sunday. They beat the Minnesota Lynx 77-69. It was a lower scoring game. They beat the Mercury 80-72, a lower scoring game. When they were on the road, they got paid. It was a high scoring game. Connecticut put 102 up on LA, 102-94. Both teams are going to get into the 80s here. Both teams really should get into the 80s in this game. It is a classic offense versus defense. It's a classic. It really is a classic offense versus defense. And I'm going to be taking the plus the points. I'm going to be taking, I'm going to take the Seattle Storm plus the points and the over. I played DraftKings WNBA this year. No, Olin. And if you're on the Washington Capitals, we're going to have to ask you to leave. We started out really hot today. But you can stay. You can stay, Nolan. No, man. I'm on the Vegas Golden Knights here. I figured since it was a hockey night, I'd bust out a hockey jersey tonight. The Canadians suck, but they do have one of the best jerseys in sports. Yeah, I'm jumping in on the +8, and I'm going over the number in the WNBA game. Well, either way, if Washington or Vegas, whoever wins the Stanley Cup, the Montreal Canadiens will still have 23 more of them than them. Although, it's been a long time. The Canadiens could win a Stanley Cup, though, again. Look, an expansion team just made it to the motherfucking finals. The NHL is a sport and a league which you can change things. You can turn things around pretty fast. Look at Edmonton. Edmonton were fucking terrible. They went from terrible to everyone thinking they're going to win the cup to terrible again in a span of 3 years. But as long as the Montreal Canadiens have the general manager, Marc Bergevin, that they do, you know, LeBron James has a better chance of fucking of not whining and not quitting and not complaining. We'll get to LeBron James after this hockey game. Let's not sabotage the third period of the Stanley Cup Finals talking about LeBron James, of course, distancing himself tonight from his teammates. What a surprise. LeBron's already quit on the series. He did a press conference tonight. He's all casual. He's in his summer wear. He's smiling. He's like, well, we just don't have any playmakers, man. And, you know, and then it's like he goes, because we traded everyone. Like, it's not him. Like, he's throwing the GM under the bus. He throws his teammates under the bus. So, and basically LeBron, in a span of 30 seconds, basically let everyone know, hey, it's not me. Hey, we don't have any playmakers. So, in other words, my teammates suck. And, hey, the GM traded everyone. So, no, I know it wasn't you that got Isaiah Thomas traded. It wasn't you that got fucking Kyrie Irving run out of town. That Kyrie just wanted to get the fuck away from you. You're so full of shit, bro. It's like, I try not to dislike you. I really don't. And I don't dislike LeBron James as a person outside of his basketball persona, but he's just a motherfucking prick. He throws his teammates, his coaches under the bus, the GM. LeBron, you don't have any playmakers. The Cleveland Cavaliers, I don't know if we can explain this to you, LeBron. And LeBron's like pissed off that Daniel Snyder doesn't do more. The Cleveland Cavaliers have the highest fucking salary in the fucking league, you fucking jerk off. What do you want Daniel Snyder to do? Lose more money than he already does? How about you take less money, LeBron? Maybe you have better teammates. How's that sound, bro? How about you do what the Golden State Warriors do and take hometown discounts? But no, you don't do that, do you? No, you don't. You just throw everyone else under the bus. You spend more money on players than the Golden State Warriors do. You fucking control everybody on this goddamn motherfucking team. You're the one that wanted J.R. Smith. You're the one that fucking told him to re-sign Tristan fucking Thompson. You're the motherfucking one that treated Kyrie Irving like shit and made him fucking want to get the fuck away from you. You're the one that fucking ran fucking Isaiah Thomas out of fucking town. You wanted Ronnie Hood. Well, whatever. That's too bad for LeBron. Fucking he wanted Kevin Love. He didn't want Wiggins. Don't have any playmakers. Yeah, I know you don't have any playmakers because without playmakers, you can't win. Fuck. Alexander Ovechkin is gonna, win on his own. Fuck. I don't even want LeBron on the fucking Raptors. I'm not a Johnny bandwagon jumper. I want to beat LeBron. I'm not, oh, please come here, LeBron. I want to beat him, fuck. I want to beat him. Michael Jordan didn't join the Detroit Pistons. He beat them, fuck. Oh, I'll fucking join this team now. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go join Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh now. We're going to win not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8 championships. Fuck off. You won 2, fuck. Thanks to Ray Allen, and you bolted, fuck. And they were happy you split, fuck. How about that promise? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. Anyways, let's watch hockey. I'm getting worked up. I'm not exaggerating. Yeah, exactly. Oh, poor LeBron James doesn't have anything. Dirk Nowitzki fucking manned up and beat him like a man. Fucking earned his ring. I know, my heart's going. Settle down, Brooks. We're going to change the subject. My heart's going here. Disco Dirk. All right, let's get back to the hockey game here. 3-2. 3-2. We're on the Vegas Golden Knights. And we got this WNBA game coming up in a few minutes. This WNBA game does start at 10:30, so if you want to get in on this, the time is now. The final countdown. We're going on the Seattle Sparks, and we're going on the over. I was 6-2 in the WNBA. I started out like 5-0 or something. I apologize for the late post. I don't even know how many of you guys got it in on the Connecticut game. I got lucky because I didn't get it in right away, and they were down. So I took them on the money line to come back. They ended up coming back and winning by 2 points. I don't know, man. I tell you, if you're a degenerate gambler, it seems like the WNBA, it seems like they have games on all the motherfucking time. Swear to God, you wake up 9 in the morning, there's a WNBA game, and they're playing at night, they're playing in the afternoon. Like, they play all the time, these chicks. All right, so we're 5 minutes into the third period of play right now. Washington is pressuring. Not big-time scoring chances, but Washington are the better team. Like, there's no anybody that knows hockey that's watched this series understands. Like, look, it's almost like an NHL team versus a fucking junior team, to be honest. I mean, look at this shit. We're gonna have to hope because I got money on them right now. We're gonna have to hope that Marc-Andre Fleury can just fucking be epic here. I don't like the term stand on his head, fuck. Let's say be epic. You'll have to be very good. Not the best, just very good. I mean, look, the Vegas Knights don't even touch the puck, fuck. It's like watching Spain play. So look at this. Look at this. Are they on a power play right now? No. Oh, no. Of course, here they are now. Holy fuck. I told you. It's like Vegas are hanging on for dear fucking life, man. You know, you could just tell. They're not as good. They're smaller. They're slower. And it's like, all right, guys, we got to hang on for dear life. Like, look at this shit. Like, Washington, I talked about this after game one, even after they lost. I brought it up. I said, Washington, the way they control the puck, they skated circles around these guys. Vegas are being exposed majorly here by Washington. They're just not as good as Washington. They're tired. And, you know, like Vegas are lucky they have 3 goals here right now. It's sort of like a fight. Like, you know what I mean? Let's, you know, and what's up, Pittsburgh Brew? It's sort of like a fight, and he'll know what I'm talking about. You know, like a boxer in the UFC that they're doing a good job not getting killed. You know, they're worried about fucking getting fucked up by the other guy, so they're so cautious. It's like, all right, they're doing a great job of not getting knocked the fuck out, but they're not scoring anything. That's the feeling I get now when I watch Vegas play Washington. Like, it's taken Vegas's everything they have to keep this puck out of the net, and it's coming fucking close. Here, they're going to score right here. Oh, fuck, that was close. So, like, Vegas isn't even thinking about scoring. I know they're on a power play right now, but it's been the mentality the whole game in the series. Like, they're on their heels is the best way of putting it. They're on their mother, big save, Fleury. They're on their heels. Like, they're out, you know, they have a knife in a gunfight. You know what I mean? Marc-Andre Fleury is going to have to steal this one for them, just like he stole. Basically, that's another thing, too, is as good as they were, at least like cosmetically by getting to the cup, they were fucking lucky, man, against the LA Kings. The NHL wanted them to move on. The Kings weren't that good. And Vegas got every motherfucking call. Remember the one game, the Kings had 2 goals disallowed. Bullshit goalie interference calls. And then they run into Jonathan Quick and they don't call it. Like, let's be real. Gary Bettman's a little fucking conniving midget. Fuck. All right? He wanted Vegas to beat. LA's already won him fucking times and shit. So they gave every fucking call. Like 2 of the 4 games went to overtime. Vegas won all 4 games by 1 fucking goal, and Marc-Andre Fleury stole it. Like, so listen, Jonathan Quick played great, but Marc-Andre Fleury was just like, he was like Ken Dryden in that series. Vegas handled San Jose rather easily. No excuse, no like, oh, league this or that. They cruised past San Jose. And then Winnipeg was the better team, but Marc-Andre Fleury stole fucking 3 of the games. Oh, breakaway, but they won't get a breakaway because they're not fast enough. See what I'm saying? Guy on Vegas had a breakaway. Fucking Ovechkin caught him in 2 seconds. It's like, nah, that's not a breakaway. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, normally for Vegas, Vegas, you're so fast, and look, it's a breakaway. Vegas got a breakaway. Ovechkin fucking caught up to the guy in like 2.2 seconds. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. That puck nearly went in. Marc-Andre Fleury had no idea where it was. Like, basically, you remember when those 2 dudes broke out of jail in New York? We always forget one of the guys' names. David Sweat and the other guy. They're about to get caught. Like, it's inevitable, man. Washington are going to fucking score. Like, look at this shit. They're all over them. It reminds me of one of those stupid Olympic games that I lost money on. I lost the total. One of the teams, like, oh, no, I didn't lose. It was a total. It was Slovakia and fucking, who was there? Germany, fuck. That was the one. Remember, it was Slovakia and Germany. I'm sure some of you guys remember the game. I'm like Teddy right now. Teddy will be joining us after. It was the same bullshit, man. Slovakia outshot Germany like 42 to fucking 12 or something, man. And lo and behold, fucking, like, of course they scored. Of course, Germany scores, wins, 1-0. Yeah, Richard Matt. I always forget his name. Richard Matt. Meet your girl for the night. Darude Sandstrom. What's up, Darude? You're in the wrong chat room, Darude. You're in the wrong chat room here. Nobody in the chat has any money, and as you can see, it's all dudes. You've entered into a gay sports chat room, Darude. Wrong room. Whatever happened to Mimi? Whatever happened to Mimi? Yeah, not there's anything wrong with that. No. Exactly. We are celebrating the diversity of Pride Month here on SBR. Well, Mimi moved over to New Zealand and hooked up. Bobbert finally found true love. All right, so we're going to have to sweat out this WNBA game. I already have my doubts, and the bet's already in. There's no turning back. I already have my doubts, but the bet's already in. Man, we started off so good today. Just sort of by accident. That's fine, Ty Rich. I might get more hits. I don't know, man. The Washington Capitals guys have blown 3-1 playoff series leads 5 times in their franchise history before. Washington's never won the cup before, man. Vegas win this game. They go back. Oh, no, they're going to score. Oh, what a save by Fleury. What a save by Marc-Andre Fleury. No, I don't know, Jameson. I think the A's win, but I don't love it. Who's pitching? Blackburn? I don't know, man. You know what it is? It's all this stupid White House and whether teams are going to go stuff. And, of course, the Washington Capitals were asked. And they haven't won yet. Like, they shouldn't be answering the questions even about it. That's the whole thing. Like, the Golden State Warriors are so arrogant, they can get away with it. Golden State Warriors are basically, no, we're not going to go. It's like, whoa, you haven't won the title yet, guys. I got a future on you. But it's like, yeah, whatever. You see Steph Curry, too. So Big Man on Campus was saying the other day that Steph Curry's hateable and they disrespect the game. And Big Man on Campus sent me a fucking audio, Mike Francesca, that fucking windbag. So Mike Francesca is talking about how the Golden State Warriors disrespect the sport. And they have disrespectful players that disrespect the game. What the fuck is this old man talking about? Oh, no, there it is. We knew it was coming. Unbelievable. Again, he scores, Devontae Smith-Pelly, this guy. Unreal. This guy's been unbelievable. I was going to take him in fucking fantasy today. I'm like, he can't score again. This guy's got like goals in fucking like 4 to 5 games now or something. It's unbelievable, this guy. Well, the New Jersey Devils had him and let him go. The Montreal Canadiens had him and let him go. Oh, here comes Vegas. Yeah, I think CM Punk can win. They're fucking done, fuck. Like, they're overmatched. I was just talking about it. They're way overmatched. They can't stop these guys. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Yeah, exactly. I said that before. Normally, DSP. 2-0 Storm. Fucking right, Spenny Mac. Let's go. I said that before. That, you know, like most times if teams win a championship on the road, you know, they get fucking wasted in the room right after. They start with the champagne and the beer in the room a bit. They do the press conference. And normally they'll get on a plane. You know, some teams are different and stuff, but generally you'll get on the plane and you'll go back home. Fuck. You get home at fucking 3 a.m. You're fucking shit-faced and you party all day and then you go to the parade 2 days later, whatever. But they're in Vegas and I see that they flew 200 family members in tonight. So they didn't fly in 200 family members to get on a plane right after. So it's going to be a Vegas party for these motherfuckers if they win a cup tonight, which is a pretty epic place to win a cup. You notice, like, whenever Washington scores, it's especially loud, too. I think a lot of not just the families there. 200 people, 200 family members aren't that loud. I think there's a lot of Capital fans that went tonight. Oh, you're at the game. What's up, Eric? Go Knights. Let's get this. Yeah, I didn't realize there were this many motherfucking Capital fans. Cam Stewart predicted overtime earlier in the day. Come on, Vegas. Vegas got the puck. You got to shoot it at the net. Just flick it at the net. This is a problem that Vegas have, that they get too fancy. You know what I mean? Like Washington are just willing the puck into the net. Like Washington get a chance, they fucking bury it, they will it in, they're fucking crashing, they're doing whatever. Vegas always do one too many passes. Like, guys, you're about to lose the Stanley Cup here, all right? You got 9 minutes left. Anytime you're in their fucking zone, just flick it at the net. Like, stop with these fucking, and our skill and shit. The skill's gone, guys. Washington's running your ass into the ground. You're going to need a lucky goal. This is like, honestly, Vegas need a lucky goal. This is what it comes down to. They're going to have to flick it in the net and hope they get lucky. Because Washington are fucking skating circles around these motherfuckers. Oh, go. Shoot, just shoot. See, get a rebound. Shoot, just flick it at the net. Let's go. Holtby's rebound control is so good, though. You know this shit's going to – is it going to go to overtime? Oh, yeah, Vegas, a great holy shit. Fuck, we're fucking done. Why do I bet against fucking teams that I know are going to win? I knew the Capitals go win a fucking cup. I've been on the Capitals in every game in this series, fuck. Let's get the Knights win, Eric. Oh, that's nice. We got a fucking wannabe Cam Stewart here. And the shit show begins. Ovechkin's going to get the MVP, but to be honest, let's be real, Kuznetsov deserves it. Kuznetsov's got like 33 fucking points or something now. It's insane. Yeah, I know. I always confuse Olin Nolan for Owen Nolan. Stupid fucking. I know what it is, man. It's like these modern light bulbs hurt my eyes or something. One of these lights really, really bothers me. Fuck. I'm going to do the show in the dark, I think. They should come on right now on the PA system in the arena. Yeah, we have a $10,000 reward for anyone that knows that has any information about that double homicide at Circus Circus 2 days ago. A couple of people got whacked at Circus Circus the other day. There's a sort of video of a dude with a hood walking out after they're trying to nail down who it is. Oh. It just doesn't fucking end this shit, eh? Fuck, good job, Vegas. They're just falling apart, fuck. And it's over. It's done. They're terrible, Vegas. Like they're look at these guys. They're overmatched. They're falling apart. Fuck. Fucking deflected. Washington Capitals behind Fleury. Fucking 4 Vegas guys standing around. It's like Vegas never played defense in their life before. Like the Vegas defensemen have been fucking shamefully bad in this fucking finals, man. Like they actually, like, it looks like an expansion. Now it's like, oh fuck, this is what an expansion team looks like. Yeah, well, you're gonna see the cup, Eric. It's coming out. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Now Lars Eller scores. Another guy. I agree with I agree with Peacock here. I think there's going to be another goal. 4-3 right now. There'll be another goal. Like if you compare, if you actually like said, okay, this is like, you know, this is how good this team has been compared to what the score is. Like this is the closest, most fake score ever. Fuck. Like it's really lucky it's not like 14-3. Like just shoot the puck, Vegas. They can't keep the puck in. Man, it's like watching a shitty fucking team, man, just unravel here now. Oh, fuck me, man. These fucking pretzels are making me thirsty. Fuck. Yeah, maybe if the Canadians didn't let all these guys go, but I'll be honest with you. Lars Eller, you know, and Pelly Smith, these guys, they sucked with the Canadians. It's like Carlson with Columbus. No one saw this coming. Fuck. Don't slam the fucking door, Tony. What's going on in that Storm game anyways, man? (17-7) Seattle Storm. Fucking flies. Fucking 3 flies, 5 flies. Got flies all over the place. Fuck. Fuck, man.
Shit! Tony, do me a favor, will you please? Will you? Will you do me a kindness? Yeah.
I think I want to be walking in and out of the fuck up when I got to come back.
I don't make any difference to me at this juncture. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Tony. Don't slam the fucking door. No more. Listen, I'm going to give a clue here now. I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day from anyone. That includes me. It's going to be very hot, going to be very uncomfortable for everybody. Want anybody yelling? We get anybody yelling around here anymore today, and then the shit is going to hit the fan. And they fit the needs of a very diverse buyer segment. Why can't I remember? I wrote this stuff. Why can't I remember it? Why don't I say it fucking right? What does the goddamn line say, Tony? What is the goddamn line? I don't give a shit what the line is.
Yeah, get the Stanley Cup out. Get the Stanley Cup out. Phil Pritchard. Oh, Tammy Holtby. Fucking mom shot time. That's great. Fuck. Isn't that nice? Fuck. Fuck. I fucking knew the Capitals were going to win the motherfucking cup. Yeah, we're in a coulda, shoulda, woulda mode right now. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, knew it, didn't. I guess we're going to find out fucking, we're going to find out in about 5 minutes time, but it's going to aggravate me even more now watching Phil Pritchard come out. The dude with the white gloves. I'm upset that we didn't take the Golden State money that we could have done and just rolled it over on the Capitals. If you remember, Jazz, I said we should take the Caps minus fucking, it was plus 195 too after a fucking game one. Alexander Ovechkin now 4 minutes and 19 seconds away. Las Vegas Golden Knight fans, poor fans. They've gone through a lifelong experience of disappointment in the playoffs. I expect the Vegas faithful to be pretty happy on the way out here. I mean, you guys came as close as you can motherfucking come. What do you want? You made it to the Stanley Cup. It's all, oh, come on. Can you score? Vegas is getting desperate. Oh. Holtby with the save. The question is, when do you pull the goalie? I imagine they'll wait. I would wait till like 90 seconds. I'm not one of these, let's pull the goalie with 3 minutes left, guys. The LA King coach was an idiot that time. You can't wait till there's fucking 19 seconds left. I'd wait till like a minute and a half. Maybe 2 minutes. Like I said, it's too early now. There's still 3:40 left, but you got to start thinking about these things and have a plan for this shit. Like Vegas, the problem is like they can't dump, like they can't all year long. They don't really dump and chase this shit, right? So they can't cycle it. Look, it's like they get the puck, but they don't know what to do with it. Washington have a wall up, and Vegas can't. Look at this. There's 4 white jerseys right at the blue line, and Washington can't. Vegas can't make plays around that. They need to dump it in and go get it and cycle it and crash and bang it, but it's not them. There's not enough urgency with Vegas right now either. Like you guys don't really seem to understand that there's 3 minutes left now. See, that shit doesn't work, man. Fuck, that's what I'm talking about. David Perron shoots a wrist shot from 48 feet out. Yeah, because that's beating fucking Holtby right now. That's it. Just dump it at the net. Dump it at the net. Fuck. Clearly offside. Listen, I used to be a big don't pull the goalie guy until you really, really have to. But the fact of the matter is the percentages are worth it. Yeah, you get scored on, but you're not scoring. Basically, not pulling the goalie is like not throwing a Hail Mary on the last play of the game, essentially. If you're fucking, you're at the 40-yard line. Like at some point, it's like, we don't have a choice. We got to go all in. Like Vegas's 5 against their 5 isn't good enough. Ovechkin blocks the shot. There he goes. Vegas not fucking around. They know. Gerard Gallant knows. He's like, all right, we can't score without doing this. So it's out of Ovechkin's hands now. They don't trust Ovechkin on defense enough to be on the ice. He's not going to play for the rest of the game. See, generally as well, there's less empty netters now. There's less empty netters now than there used to be. Used to be to pull a goalie and guys right away would just start shooting for the net, but coaches really hate it now. They'd rather you not even score and just sort of kill time and put it in the corner. Because if you miss, it's icing. And coaches motherfucking hate icing. Like anybody that's played hockey knows that a guy that scores an empty net goal is sort of known as it's like a selfish move unless there's like really, really extenuating circumstances. Right? This is different. It's a Stanley Cup. If someone can fucking do it, they're going to do it to ice this shit. But to ice the game, not the puck. But it's fucking risky, man. You don't want to be that guy that went for the empty net goal to be Johnny Hero, and it fucking was icing, and then bam, they fucking they score on an icing on a power play. They score on a face-off after. Look at this. Even with the man advantage, Vegas can't get control of the fucking puck. This is pathetic, fuck. Holy shit. Vegas shenanigans. The clock stopped. No one knows how much time is left. Oh, Backstrom just misses the empty netter. Clock is back. 52 seconds left. Vegas, fucking old Vegas clock malfunction. Vegas, you guys got to get the puck on the fucking net. You don't seem to understand this. And you're running out of time. You've got like 1 or 2 cracks left at this. This is it. You need to win this face-off and score. I mean, you got 25 seconds. You're out of time. I don't know how Baxter missed that empty netter. This is a big advantage for Vegas right now. It's like a free timeout. It's a free timeout. It's going to take them minutes to realize this is Stanley Cup. They can't just not get the clock right. So they're going to have to make sure that the clock is right. Yeah, that got San Francisco back in the game. It's going to take a little while. I'm not a Capital hater, so I'm just pissed off that I didn't just bet the Caps again. Sort of like last night. I bet the Caps every game in this series. Every game. Except I thought Vegas could fucking show something tonight. That's a penalty. That should be a penalty right there. Buddy on Washington just fucking tripped Buddy on Vegas. They should have a 2-man advantage in the last 3-man and 2 down the stretch here. Shoot. What did I say a few minutes ago about Las Vegas passing the puck too much? Like, guys, you have 25 seconds left and you're busy tic-tacking it back and forth. Somebody shoot the fucking puck, man. And Ovechkin's about to win a Stanley Cup. Yeah, good for Barry Trotz. Good for Ovechkin. And the Stanley Cup champion are the Washington Capitals. Alexander Ovechkin no longer has to hear that he's a choker, that he can't win in the big one. The Washington Capitals win their first championship in 44 years of existence, going back to the days when my grandfather would only take me to see shitty teams for some reason because I was a kid. And I've seen the Washington Capitals in their fucking like expansion years. Here they are, good for them. And it's nice that a really nice man like Ted Leonis now won a championship. I didn't mean that last part. Fucking Leonis. All right, let's bring in, let's send it to Las Vegas, Nevada for some reaction right now. The Thursday Night Throwdown, Stanley Cup postgame edition, starring Gabriel Morency. Special guest, Ted Savransky.
Hey, hey!
A bunch of really angry and bitter people in a chat room. And the late night anger management class band. Give it up for the band, everybody. Ted Savransky. What's up, Teddy?
Morency. What's a good word today, my friend?
I'm kind of a little pissed off of myself here because I bet on the Washington Capitals in every game. All right, hey, chill out, fans.
Yeah. Tell the band to shut up.
Fuck up. I bet on the Washington Capitals in every game of this series except fucking tonight. I thought Vegas could fucking send us back to Washington, so I'm a little disappointed with myself.
Sorry. I bet the Cavs the first two games and didn't bet them game 3 and then was super mad at myself in the first half and then wasn't mad at myself at all in the final minute.
Sometimes, like, the bets you don't make can be, you know, what's the adage, Teddy? Sometimes the best bet you can make is a bet not made.
Well, sure. I mean,
but
anytime you lose a bet.
I'm mad at myself, Teddy, because I'm sitting here. And it's hard to do everything at once, man. I'm fucking hosting a show. My phone's ringing, doing all this shit. But I'm thinking to myself when it was 1-0 after the goal, I'm like, man, I've seen enough hockey to know this shit's gonna open up and get crazy now. And the in-game total was like 3.5. I'm like, this shit's gonna open up, man. Instead, you know, it happened so fast. They scored again. I was like, oh, but now it's 5.5. Should I do it? And like, I'm just getting frustrated at things I didn't do as well, Teddy. It's just, you know, it's one of those. I'm getting pissed off.
Well, in-game can do that to you very, very easily. And the only time I'm betting in-game is when that's what I'm doing. You know, I never bet in-game if I'm casually happy, you know, kind of watching the game or
you never
when I'm focused on the game.
If you're not watching the game, you've never bet an in-game.
No, I wouldn't even think about it. You know, it's not, I mean, but it's really easy to get frustrated in game with bets that you know, oh, I should have made, I was gonna make, oh, I did, and that's and bets that you may, oh, I shouldn't have done that because the time frame is so fast. You're not sitting there with, when you think about a week's worth of football wagers, you know, the lines come out on Sunday and you're not betting them till Saturday. You know,
you're talking about that game Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
and you know what? I mean, sometimes that extra time helps. You know. With a regular game, you know, the lines come out, you're looking at them the day before. You know, I'm taking my first look at the lines pretty early in the process. And I'm looking at it again in the morning. And I'm looking at it again, you know, throughout the course of the day. Within game, it's not like that at all. You know, it's bang, boom, you hit it or leave it alone. So that's why when I'm betting in game, that's my activity. You know, I'm not looking for texts. I'm not answering the phone. I'm not answering the doorbell. I'm not talking to the kid. I'm not trying to do a show with you. I'm betting in-game, you know, which is why I don't bet in-game every night. I mean, I know a lot of guys do. I don't.
So a hell of a run, though, for the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Odds makers, casinos, they get the last laugh. They dodge a bullet.
All of that sweating.
They got beat a bit during the year on the puck line. 51 and 31 on the puck line is a pretty incredible run that this Vegas team did. So any Vegas backers have nothing to cry about. And ultimately, You know, the city of Vegas is a winner out of this. Vegas hockey fans are a winner out of this. It was a success. The hockey gods weren't going to let them win a Stanley Cup in their first year. They were just overmatched. They hit a wall, Teddy. Like, you know, like it's like a boxer that ran out of gas, man. They fucking look good for the first 7 rounds, but they're gassed. They had nothing left. They're flat-footed, you know?
The Caps were good. And again, I know nothing about hockey, but everyone keeps, oh my God, this Caps team, they're so talented. The star power is incredible. And look, you know, Holtby did some sick stuff. What was that, game 2 or game 3, where he had those 2 saves that just, you know. Yeah. There was a 5-on-3 that he did. It was game 2 with the 5-on-3 and then the save
where he reached over. That was the turning point of the series. He saved it right there because it'd be different.
Absolutely. You know, and then game 4 where Vegas probably outplayed the Caps in the first period and went into the break down 3-0. You know, they had all those shots hitting the post. It wasn't like Vegas got badly outplayed in the series, but you know the hockey gods weren't on their side for a lot of the stuff. Nor did they deserve to be. You know, the expansion team is not supposed to win the Stanley Cup in their first year, and the long-suffering Caps fans, of which I have family members, you know, are Caps season ticket holders for years and years and years. And they moved out of DC and they're still Caps fans. And hey, you know, I would say congratulations to you guys. You deserve it more than Vegas did.
Yeah, you know, and I'm not one of these guys that would have been bitter. There were a lot of hockey people of traditional hockey markets, Taddy, and they're bitches. They were like, well, you know, our team's been in the league for 60 years. We've never won, and fuck them. They come in the year one year. Hockey fans are very tribalistic. Like it's sort of like soccer. They don't really support each other. People, they get angry about this shit. But you are right about this. There's some markets that have won, and it's like, yeah, they're happy, but it's not the same. But there are a lot of long-suffering Capital fans. They've been there for 44 years. It's a solid organization that has fans. They're almost, you know, a good comparison, Teddy. It's basically the San Diego Chargers just fucking finally won the Super Bowl. It's one of those deals. They're almost like, I don't know, comparisons. People often compare them to the Toronto Raptors. You know, they're that team, Teddy, like they've had the best record in the league a few times. They've blown 3-1 series playoff leads 5 times in franchise history. They hadn't been to a Stanley Cup despite winning, like, you know, having the best goal scorer in the league and all that shit. So they accomplished all the stats shit before, but they finally actually won a championship now. And good for them. I have no problem. Ovechkin's a good guy, and they deserve it. They're a hell of a hockey team.
No, I mean, the Raptors, to me, they're still an expansion team, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, when
even 22 years in, huh?
Yeah, because the NBA hasn't added a whole bunch of teams since then. You know what I mean? They're not like the NHL where you one. If you look at the NHL teams 20 years ago versus now, there's been a lot of changes. You know, that's not the case in the NBA.
Good point. You know, talent's been diluted a little bit with all the new teams. You're right. NBA not as much.
No, not even a little bit. So and you know, 22 years is long suffering, but it's not endless suffering. You know, there's a difference. You know, the Chargers have been around since the 60s. It's endless suffering. You know.
Yeah.
So it just feels different to me. But that's just in the frame of my life. The Chargers have always been around, and the Raptors they were the new team. But I remember distinctly when Jacksonville and Carolina in their second year both made the NFL the AFC and NFC championship.
Mark Brunell and Kerry Collins.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is bullshit. This is not the way it's supposed to be. You know, go through some pains first. I remember when the Marlins won a World Series fairly early on and then won another one, you know, and I'm like, this isn't right. You know, your fans you haven't suffered at all, basically, you know, suffer. So I understand that from a Vegas standpoint. We didn't, you know, and when you think about where this city was, and there's been a lot of talk about that, you know, I mean, the first game was right after, you know, Route 91 and the whole Mandalay Bay thing, and the city was reeling, you know, that was a hard time for Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. We're not, you know, not that anyone's ever used to mass tragedies, but we're not, you know, and as a community, there was a lot of coming together in that time, and the Knights were right there and a part of it, and you know, and kind of the city's healing and the Knights' success, there was some synergy there. There was some real hand in hand there. Vegas got what they needed to out of the Golden Knights this year and more. We got what we deserved and more. So you can't fault them. The Caps were the better team.
Hopefully,
they got the breaks in the two games. In my mind, the two key games were, and then tonight, I don't know, in the third period, obviously it was all Caps, but
hopefully the loyalty stays, because with the Raiders coming, and it's kind of a rare instance, Teddy, in which expansion teams. I mean, look, Foley himself, the owner of the Vegas Knights, said before the season, be patient. We're building a team that'll compete in 3 to 5 years from now. And they come out of the gate and they do this. They've got 13 players that are free agents. 13 players, and you all know, as well as I do, Teddy, athletes in contract years tend to be a little bit more motivated, right? So they've got, it sort of helped them, right? They had 13 guys that were abandoned. You know what I mean? They were dropped off at the orphanage, and it was like, oh, my other team didn't want me, and I got a year left on my contract, so I better really fucking show everyone. So they all came together like this, and I don't know. Like, I'm just stating basically they could regress in a big way, where when the Raiders get here in 3 years, this could be a really shitty fucking team, and suddenly the Raiders will be the new kid on the block. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but you got to believe that this great run buys them a honeymoon period of a couple of years.
For sure. And the one thing that's definitely happened in this town that's real, this is a hockey town now, man. They were first. They were first to market, and there is a level of fan appreciation of the Knights that has stunned me. Kids. So let me ask you this, Gabe. When you lived here and your entire time here, did you ever see kids playing street hockey?
No, never in my life, no.
I mean, you wouldn't even think of it. I'm telling you, kids are playing street hockey all over town now.
Really, huh?
All over. Like, there's not a neighborhood you go to. There's not kids out on, just banging around. The few hockey rinks in town, like, it's off the
look solid and shit, right?
Oh my God, you can't get in. So there is an ice culture, a hockey culture that has been created here that crazy? Will last.
When Wayne Gretzky went to LA with the LA Kings, a lot of people, it's fucking ridiculous, fucking Wayne Gretzky in LA, and that's not going to do anything. Suddenly it was the same thing. There was a boom, fucking hockey rinks, fucking youth hockey leagues. Well, fast forward to about fucking 15 years, 17 years later, there's it's sort of like the Little League World Series of hockey. It's the Quebec Pee Wee tournament. It is. That's what it is, Teddy. So it's like the best sort of, 12 to 14-year-olds and shit, from around North America. Well, team from fucking California won for the first time a couple of years ago, beating like the teams from Quebec and Ontario that would dominate, and teams from Massachusetts, like the rich prep schools in Boston and shit. You know what I mean? A team from Arizona won. Austin Matthews, the big superstar, the #1 draft pick from 2 years ago in the draft, he's from Phoenix. And he grew up playing in Phoenix in the fucking desert in that system. So, I'm telling you, Teddy, like, we'll see, man. In 14, 15 years down the road, you're going to start seeing kids drafted in the NHL that are from fucking Henderson and stuff, guaranteed.
Sweet.
Look at baseball. Look at baseball. It's fucking crazy baseball, Teddy, all the Vegas guys.
Well, Vegas is a huge baseball town. I mean, there's there's baseball here year round, even in the summer, which is ridiculous. But, it's you can play high level baseball at a youth level, a lot more than you can in places where there's winter.
The high school baseball, would you say, is a higher caliber than the high school football in the city limits?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's really not my area of expertise. I can't tell you.
Because football's not bad. I know, like,
I'm not handicapping the high schools, dude. Give me
come on, Teddy. You got it. Fine.
I'm not going to the high school games. My kid's not in high school yet. I'm not doing anything.
You don't hang out with Jorge enough. Like,
if you think the level of baseball is higher than that, how the hell would I know that question?
I'm just amazed that we haven't seen Jorge like busted for trying to fucking fix a high school game or something. It wouldn't shock me at all. Vegas, man.
Why, you talk to Jorge anymore? I haven't talked to Jorge in years.
No, it's been a few years too with me.
Yeah. Does he owe you money?
No, he has my camera though, like a fucking.
Yeah. Okay. He owes you something. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
Sure. That's how it is. You know.
Did you see him? Did you see him on fucking Judge Joe Brown?
On what?
He got sued.
On Judge, and he was on Judge Joe Brown?
Yes.
No, I didn't even know about that.
I'll
You have to send me that link.
I'll send it to you. It's
dude, it's hilarious.
It's too good. It really is. And he pulled like a George Zimmerman and shit. Like he wore like a fucking Cosby cardigan sweater type thing. And he had like the puppy dog eyes, like, oh yes, Your Honor.
Did he win the case?
Yes, he won.
Nice. Good for Jorge.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't want him to sue me because obviously he's libelous. But I know the story. It was when I lived there, Teddy. I don't know if you remember, but when I lived in Vegas, so me and Teddy, remember I did the Fox show with him and shit.
Yeah. You and Jorge were, you're like this.
Yeah, no, exactly. Fucking the guy at the radio station told me, listen, fucking one day it'll just be you and Jorge. Don't worry about this guy out here. Like, I was in a car with Jorge. We're going to the radio show. We're like, fucking, he goes, I just got to stop off here for a minute. I'm like, we're on in 8 minutes, Jorge. No, it's cool. Don't worry about it. I was like, holy fuck. So, exactly. So,
did you make it?
No, we were late. No, we were late. So, yeah, no, mother, so fucking Jorge. So, yeah, we were doing the show at the Luxor for a while. And in that sports memorabilia shop and shit. So, whatever, man. He got a bunch of he went to the local high school, fucking Spring Valley or whatever, the Springs one, whatever it's called. And he went to the high school and he got from the TV and media department interns. Except then he started getting them to work for him and shit. And basically, he stiffed one of the kids. The kid's, I was there, fuck. And the kid's father got all pissed off, confronted Jorge, and ended up on Judge Joe Brown, fuck. You can't make this shit up.
And Jorge won the case, though.
Yeah, he won the case. Yeah. I'll send you the link. I don't have the link. Someone will send it to me. It's fucking classic. Yeah, God bless him. So Tony Miller and the boys, everyone, they're all having cigars right now going, oh, fuck, that was close. Hey, Cordy can't shit.
Well, I mean, it didn't even get to Vegas was 3 games and, 3 wins in the finals where you really got it. I mean, at that point, those guys start sweating. But as a bookmaker, they've been in extreme liability situations before. They have.
Yeah.
And they don't often pay them out. A lot of times you wiggle out of them just like they did here. So for all the free publicity they got and all the goodwill they got and all of that, it's a dream come true for the Vegas sportsbook. They don't have to pay out anybody. The Caps winning is probably, when you think about all the teams that could have won, one of the best case scenarios for the books. And I'm sure as long as the fans still made enough and had a good enough time, and they'll be back to Bet Vegas again next year, and the books got a bunch of free pub and made out all right.
All right, which leads us into tomorrow night. The books could be paying people out for their winning tickets and their winning futures on the Golden State Warriors. And I imagine it could be liable here a little bit because even idiots like me jumped on the Golden State Warriors when it was minus 110 when they were down to the Houston Rockets to win the NBA title. So I imagine, I saw that the average bet on Golden State, the average series bet, not on the game bet, but the average series bet, guys, on Golden State in Las Vegas was like $3,300. And the average bet on the Cleveland Cavaliers to win the series was $20. So there are a lot of people with fucking big chunks on Golden State out here. The question I ask you, Teddy, is not if Cleveland comes back and wins the series, but is it a clean sweep? And to me, the point spread feels a little short at 4.5 tomorrow. I thought it'd be higher.
I don't disagree with that point spread feeling short, and I'll tell you what, I would anticipate that point spread will go up. If you like the Golden State Warriors, I would probably bet them. I wouldn't probably. I bet them sooner rather than later.
What do you think? What were you? I was sort of thinking 6.5. They'd pop out there.
Sure, I was. At least 5.5. So the 4.5 something was a surprise. Then again, we saw this last year. Where Golden State took the 3-0 lead and the Cavs won game 4 and sent it back to Golden State for game 5.
Yeah.
It's not unthinkable that Cleveland could do that, but when you think about how many Warriors kind of had bad games,
Yeah.
in game 3, Steph was, he made one made shot with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, but it was he picked a good time to make that one shot.
Yeah, he sure did. And the second one wasn't bad either. But I could only look at the Warriors side in this game.
It's a different feel too. That with LeBron's potential last game there, he's out of attitude since the J.R. Smith play in game 1.
Well, how could he not? This series reminds me, and I know I'm dating myself, but it reminds me of the Orlando and Houston when Nick Anderson missed the free throws at the end of game 1. He missed a pair of them. Did he miss 4 of them altogether or something?
Yeah.
I remember missing 2. And then somebody hit a 3 at the buzzer and sent it to overtime, and they ended up losing by 2 in game 1 of OT, and they never recovered. The Cavs are supposed to win game 1. They are. And they didn't. And against a team like the Warriors, a crisis of confidence is not a good thing to have. But, Golden State shot better than 50% from the floor in all 3 games of the series. Cleveland defensively, I'm at the point to saying the Cavs, they have no chance defensively. So the only way the Cavs can do this is if they pour in points in bunches. And we've seen various guys contribute at various times, but we haven't seen all the contributing guy. They need Korver to hit and Smith to hit and Love to hit, and they haven't, and they haven't gotten anything out of Smith and Korver. But in general, the Cavs, and in game 4, they're going to need a lot of good games from a lot of different people that I don't know that they're capable of having.
All right, so let's have some fun.
Last thing on this. If you do like Cleveland, I do think Cleveland correlates with over. The Cavs aren't winning this game and scoring 98 points.
Good point. Yeah, and if they lose, they could quit, right, and get killed.
Yes, they could.
Yeah.
All right, let's have fun. What do we got in the chat?
All right, so I was going to say let's bring it up. Let's bring it a little bit because been a lot of hostile arguments. I've been in the forefront of this stuff. I think LeBron James is overrated. I'm not saying he's not great. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not great.
Just shut up, overrated. Shut up.
Let me finish. Go. Okay. And then we'll have some fun. See, the fun's already started. He's a great athlete. He's a great athlete, but he doesn't have the same killer instinct as Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Larry Bird. He's a great modern guy. He's the best player of a bunch of skinny jean wearing fucking Urkel-looking NBA players. Like, he's great. I'm not saying he's not a great player.
Stop. Which NBA player looks like Urkel?
Fuck, all of them, fuck. Yeah, they all, I don't know. Take your pick, fuck. Depends on their wardrobe night here. But so where do you stand? And I'm sure you've been asked, and you and Paulie have probably talked about it. And they're different positions, different in all this. But where do you stand on the LeBron and the Michael Jordan stuff? Do you view LeBron James the greatest basketball? Is he the greatest of all time, according to you?
No, of course not. He doesn't have the rings as Jordan does. But LeBron and Jordan have to be mentioned as 1 and 1A, or however you want to do it. There's not a separation. And it took me a long time to get here, Gabe. It took, I wasn't here after
3-6 now, Teddy. He's going to be 3-6 in the finals.
Okay. He never had Phil Jackson anywhere.
If he had Phil Jackson, he would have got Phil Jackson.
Think about some of his coaches, dude.
He would have complained and got him fired if he did.
Think about Mike Brown. If you had Mike Brown as your coach, you'd have complained and got him fired too. Okay. He's had a rough go with the coaching, with the exception of Spoelstra. And with Spoelstra, he won a couple of titles.
How come no great coach wants to go coach him?
When it comes to a second fiddle, okay? Jordan had a Hall of Famer the whole way through. Hall of Famer in Scottie Pippen. James had a Hall of Famer in D. Wade, and he won a couple of titles. You look at the supporting casts that Jordan had. How many big shots did Steve Kerr hit, or Luke Longley hit, or Horace Grant? How many huge rebounds did Dennis Rodman have?
Oh, a lot.
I mean,
I can't argue that. But why does
LeBron never had any of those guys anywhere?
Yeah, but why?
The Cavs front office. That's why.
But he is the front office.
No, he's not. Or maybe he is. I don't know. J.R. Smith, look they gave their money to J.R. Smith.
Yeah, he wanted J.R. Smith. He wanted him on Shumpert. He wanted Kevin Love. He wanted fucking Tristan Thompson at $18 million a year. Like, the thing is, though, like, Michael Jordan had great players that wanted to play with him. They were like, I want to be around greatness and be part of this. LeBron James doesn't have that. There's something to that.
What are you talking about, dude? In Miami, everyone that could played with them. In Cleveland, guys signed at a discount to play with them.
He went there. He went to them.
That's his fault that the Cavs had the ping pong ball?
No, that he went to Miami. What do you mean everyone went to Cleveland? Who? Richard Jefferson? Who went to Cleveland? What star players have gone to Cleveland?
No, I don't know. I got to think of somebody. Nobody. Larry Hughes.
All right.
That was a joke.
You know what? You sort of upset me, but
good.
But you said that he's not Michael Jordan. He's 6-0 in the finals.
Right. Look, Jordan. I mean, we both grew up and Jordan did stuff that nobody else did. And Jordan had a smile that nobody else had. And everybody wanted to be like Mike. LeBron's never been like that. Okay? LeBron never played the I'm going to have my image as the smiley guy like Jordan did. His image has been different. I think he's been realer in a lot of ways.
What about Steph Curry?
What about him?
Overrated? Great? Is he is he just a shooter and he brings nothing else to the table, or is Steph Curry legitimately one of the best players ever? And is this Golden State Warrior team, who would you bet on? Warriors versus the Bulls. This Warriors team versus those Bulls teams.
I wouldn't bet against those Bulls teams against any, I don't think I'd bet against those Bulls teams. No. It would always be the Bulls teams but if they were playing them now, I mean, realistically, if like that Bulls team and I'm a handicapper in Vegas now and I'm getting to watch that circa 2018, I don't think it's close. I think the Warriors sweep them. It was a different era.
I like it. We've got a pro Jordan crowd tonight, which I agree with. So we stated Michael Jordan 6-0 in the finals. LeBron James is 3-6.
Right. So LeBron James got there 9 times with shitty teams and shitty coaches. And Michael Jordan got there 6 times with great teams and great coach.
Three of the times. One of the times Ray Allen hit the shot. The other time fucking Kyrie Irving.
All right. Let's start talking Jordan then, big boy. All right. The first year, who'd they have? The Blazers? Rick Adelman. You remember how badly coached that team was?
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. Let's go through. We can go through all the idiots that Jordan played. Let's find. Let me get the 6 titles right here. Okay. So I can do it proper because it was one after the next. Remember Karl Malone missing those free throws?
All right. Well, look at the out of the 16.
Karl Malone, loser.
So
Malone, we can get a loser.
Out of the 6 off the top of my head, it was Utah twice.
Yeah.
Portland once. Seattle.
Oh yeah, that was a bad George Karl team too. That was George Karl being clown college.
Lakers. No, they were good players, but
but George Karl was a frick. Of all the coaches that got credit for doing something, I think George Karl might be the most overrated coach of all time.
So who do they beat? They beat the Lakers. Because I remember that was the first one they beat. They beat
Yeah,
the
Lakers were washed. They beat a washed-up Lakers team.
washed-up Laker team. They beat Sean Kemp, Gary Payton.
They were done. Hang on, I'm looking it up.
Brad Perkins and company. They beat Utah twice. And was it Portland twice, maybe, I think?
I feel like they beat them twice.
Portland twice, Utah twice, Seattle, and the Lakers. Not in that order, but those were the teams, I believe.
None of them were as good as the Warriors.
I forgot Barkley and the Suns. That was the one.
Yeah. Yeah, none of those teams were as good as the Warriors. Would you agree?
Yeah, none of those teams are as good as the Warriors. No.
Okay.
I would say maybe the Houston Rockets team, pretty damn good. That team with Drexler and Hakeem and Kenny.
Yeah. The year that Jordan somehow quit.
2-time champions. Yeah. He went to play baseball. Nothing to do with gambling at all.
Okay, Lakers 4-1, Blazers 4-2, Suns 4-2. Then Sonics 4-2, and then back-to-back against the Jazz the last 2 years.
I thought the Sonics gave them the best run. The games were close. Like, look at the scores. It was like 94, 92 type shit. Yeah. They were pretty close. Okay, so what about the you're old enough to remember the team. What about the Showtime Lakers? To me, we could listen, the younger athletes, the modern era is always going to beat older guys in a sense because they are bigger, faster, stronger.
Right.
It's just it is. I get that aspect of it, but to me, that Showtime Laker team is sort of an anomaly. Magic Johnson was a 6'9" point guard. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and there's even to this day, if you put Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the court, he's still a big dude. And I think that Laker team was just so great. I think that Laker team gets forgotten about in the conversations with the greatest teams ever because to me, that Laker team could play with this Warrior team or that Bulls team.
Maybe, but I mean, the Lakers are always the Lakers of the 80s are always viewed in the context of the Lakers versus the Celtics.
Yeah.
And the two teams are always brought up in the same breath.
They played like 5 times, fuck or something, eh?
All right, yeah, you're tired of and I remember getting sick of those finals too. You're like, enough already with this
Well, growing up as a kid, it was pretty simple. You were a Laker guy or Boston guy because they were on TV every year.
Sure, and as a Knicks guy, I didn't like either one of them.
Yeah, you were a Bernard King guy, huh?
Sure. Well, again, I'm growing up in the in New York and then in the burbs. So I'm Mets, Jets, Knicks, and Rangers. So all I do is lose. Until '86, and then that's I get 94 with the Rangers, and I didn't care that much by then. The Jets still haven't won one. The Mets haven't won another one since '86.
So let me ask you. Oh, you're a Mets fan too, or you were?
No, I mean not anymore. I'm not. When I was a kid, growing up, I was. Now I don't care about any of them. Being a fan is the worst thing you can be.
You were a Jet fan as a kid too?
Mets, Jets, Knicks, Rangers. Man, that's my four. And then when I was in Michigan, I liked the Detroit teams.
People don't realize exactly like that. Jets and Mets are connected, and Yankees and Giants are connected.
Yeah. The Yankees and Giants were the old schools, and the Jets and the Mets both played at Shea, and they were the new kids on the block, and whatever. And I had an older brother, so it didn't really matter who I liked. It was who my older brother liked. That was the team I rooted for. So it was kind of ingrained in me by the time I knew what I was rooting for.
I like that the chat's getting fired up right now. Now Colby's coming up. I'll tell you what.
Kobe's not even on this. So Kobe can't even be in this discussion. Okay.
Let me ask you. You have, as a betting man, Teddy, throw at all this bullshit. You have money on the game. It's a bet. It's the biggest bet of your life. You need to win the bet. What NBA player do you want on your team? Is it LeBron James?
I need to make one shot at the end of the game?
No, not the shot, because the shot's always sort of, you can get clever.
If I need one player to bring his A game?
No, you get to choose one star going into a game 7. Who do you want on your team? You want Kobe Bryant on your team? You want Michael Jordan on your team?
It's not even close.
On your team?
I'm debating if I want LeBron over Jordan because LeBron does more things than Jordan.
You're going to lose. He
does.
I guess you want, he'll do more things and get a triple-double and lose.
Basketball is a team game, my friend.
You tell that to LeBron, who runs all his teammates out of town. He had Kyrie
What
Irving.
good teammates did he have that he ran out of town? That's the whole point. He never ran anybody.
Kyrie Irving?
The story is that LeBron went to management and said, don't trade Kyrie.
Yeah, because Kyrie forced the hand. He didn't want to be there.
Right.
He basically said, I want the fuck out of here. I want away from LeBron James.
Stop for a minute, though. Have you ever read anything about Kyrie? You ever read his profile?
Yeah, I know he said the earth is flat and shit. I get it. But
Kyrie, I mean, you understand, hey, you want to spread your wings? Fine. You know, Kyrie's a little bit of a head case.
Kyrie Irving isn't as stupid as people think. Kyrie Irving basically told LeBron James, I'm tired of your bullshit. They never got along. And he goes, whatever, I don't need this shit. And LeBron said, how could you leave and leave me here like this? Like, betray us. This was like man to man, they said. And basically Kyrie said, bro, you want me to fucking stay here when we all know you're going to leave at the end of the year. And he told him, everyone in the NBA knows you're leaving at the end of the year. And he goes, but you want me to stay here and then get stuck here after you leave, right? That's the way LeBron works, fuck. It's about him. It was always about him.
Come on.
What do you mean, come on?
That's Kyrie Irving is what, 24 years old?
Yeah.
He got
Kyrie
drafted
Irving's
in Cleveland, all right?
Yeah, last time I checked, when they won the fucking title, Kyrie Irving's the one that hit the fucking shot to win it, not LeBron.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying Kyrie Irving's not a great basketball player. I'm saying that Kyrie Irving has the right to say, I don't want to be second fiddle to LeBron. Jordan had a second fiddle in Pippen who, while uncomfortable with the role, was able to embrace it. Pippen was also older and more mature in a different place in his career and a different place in his life, and he wasn't living in Cleveland. He was in Chicago. There's a difference, So I don't blame LeBron for Kyrie leaving. No, not even a little bit. Not even maybe. And everything I've read about Kyrie, from a personality standpoint, is that he's a little bit tough. He's a little bit of a head case. He's not necessarily the easiest guy to get along with. He's a little bit standoff.
Basically, LeBron James wanted Kyrie Irving to shut the fuck up, go stand in the corner, and become a three-point. That's what he wants everyone to do. Everyone get out of my way.
Based on you, dude, you're being like a Republican now, just saying stuff that didn't actually happen.
What do you mean?
When did LeBron say anything like that? I want Kyrie Irving to stand in the corner and post up on threes.
Yes. He complained all the time about Kyrie running to the basket too much and handling the ball too much. Kyrie Irving's a fucking point guard.
He's the point guard. What do you mean he complained about him handling the ball too much?
He wanted him to be Teddy. Yeah, Kyrie Irving loved playing there, bro, so much. That's why he's still there, Teddy. I know. He left there just. I'm
not saying that Kyrie didn't want to leave. Who else besides Kyrie? Give me somebody else they've had that's been an elite talent these years.
Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas is not an elite talent.
He's better than Rodney Hood.
What?
Better than Rodney Hood.
Hey, Larry Nance had a good game one. Or was it game two?
I know, because fucking Bill Weddington's fucking great. Bill Cartwright's fucking great. Luke Longley was the best center of all fucking time. Fuck. Steve Kerr was a really complete basketball player that did everything besides hit a few threes every now and then. Fuck.
Michael Jordan spent his career playing alongside another Hall of Famer and with the Hall of Fame head coach.
Michael Jordan.
Stop.
Jordan.
Stop with it.
Michael Jordan did what real great athletes do, like Wayne Gretzky did, like Brett Favre did, like Tom Brady does. He makes people around him better. LeBron doesn't make people around him better. Other great athletes. That's the attribute of a great athlete.
Okay.
You make other people around you better. They are better because you're so great. LeBron is so great. He's a front man. He's not a guy in a band. He's just a front man.
Then Clayton Kershaw doesn't make his teammates better because the Dodgers haven't won a title.
He's a fucking choker. I'm a Dodger fan. What the fuck has Clayton Kershaw done besides fucking lose big games?
Mm-hmm. He's been the best.
He's great. He's fucking 51-6 in his last 57 starts. It's great.
Scherzer,
Max Scherzer is a fucking stud.
What's he done in the postseason? How many titles does he have? You're putting it all on rings. It's one thing if this is tennis, okay? If it's tennis, you can say, yeah, that guy's better than that guy. that guy's elite, that guy isn't. When it's 5 guys or 9 guys or 6 guys or 11 guys.
No, I'm not one of these guys that judges. I always thought it was unfair that people rip Malone and Stockton. They're great fucking players. They're great players. But I'm just saying it's enough with this LeBron up there with the fucking Mount Rushmore shit. The guy's won 3 fucking titles, man.
The guy's been in 9 finals.
He's a stat-driven fucking player who has the ball in his hand 98%.
Yeah, you could see him really. The LeBron's. You could see him always padding his stats all the time. What world? What are you watching, Gabe?
Okay,
I'm watching, and a guy whose basketball IQ is second to none. A guy who can literally do everything. No.
You think his ego is small enough that he's man enough?
Let's get close. Let's get right on close. Get in there, man.
Let me finish. Do you think he would go to the Golden State Warriors? LeBron James would not be happy to win a championship if he only scored 14 points a game.
I have no idea what LeBron James would be happy with.
Well, let's see.
We're not asking what LeBron James is happy with. We're asking whether you can say
that he doesn't play with anybody. He has a choice. Go play with somebody. Fuck.
He did. He went to Miami. He got ripped.
Yeah. They
and he won 2 titles.
Yeah. They went to 4 finals. They lost 2 of them. Fuck.
Right?
So 50-50. That's not greatest ever, 50-50. I'm going to close my door because I don't want to piss my neighbors off. Come on, bring it, Teddy. Let's go.
I'll wait for him to come back before I start yelling. And now I even forgot what I was so mad at.
My neighbors probably think I have a girlfriend or something, or I'm crazy. I'm just yelling at myself.
So what was I so mad at? LeBron.
I don't know.
It just, I mean, to me, it's not a fair comparison to just say, oh, the stat-driven stuff made me so mad.
Oh, yeah.
LeBron's that guy. I mean, really? You think he's chasing stats?
No, listen to me. I don't think he's a selfish
player. The guy has averaged.
On the court, he's not a selfish player, but he would rather play with yes men and less than average players. So he can get all the credit and he can be the man.
Based on what are you saying? Why do you think that?
Because
where's your evidence?
It's a fact.
Where is the evidence for this fact that you are saying is a clear fact that LeBron would rather do this than that? Are you in his head? How do you know it's a fact?
I'd like to be in his head and find out why he quit last night with 5 minutes left. Why didn't he shoot the ball last night, Teddy, in the last few minutes of the game? It wasn't like smart basketball plays that, my teammates open. He was like, I don't know, here, J.R. Smith, you take the shot instead of me. He tapped out.
He only took 1 shot the last 3 minutes. I know that. And he made it. Steve Kerr hit a couple big shots. Who was the other guy? Paxton. Jordan passed it away at the clutch moments plenty of times for big game-winning shots that other guys hit.
Yeah, because he was like a father telling the kid have a piece of pie for dessert. Fuck. He was just
game winners, game on the line. There's Paxton hitting the 3 for the title. Yeah, there's Kerr hitting the 3.
Because it was the smart basketball play at the time.
Right.
LeBron, was it a smart basketball play last night in a tie game that LeBron leaves his feet, goes in the air, and instead of taking it to the rack, passes it to Tristan Thompson under the basket? Because I know Tristan Thompson's got great fucking hands and a great offensive player. Like, he just choked last night, dude. Just like he choked against the Spurs, and he's choked countless times. Fuck. I mean, these losses count. If we're going to give him credit for the 3 wins, we have to, call out the 6 losses as well. And I don't expect him to beat the Warriors. But I'd also expect him don't to fucking cry and quit every fucking night in these games like he does. I don't recall Michael Jordan quitting like this ever. I don't recall the Bulls and Jordan losing by 28 points every second night. I don't recall Michael Jordan holding press conferences before the playoffs or the series. Tonight he holds a press conference. Well, I don't have any playmakers on my team. And, they traded everyone away. Because, I know LeBron. You're just a fucking Joe Six-Pack that goes to work and has no control over the organization at all. He's full of shit. Fuck.
All right. You don't like LeBron.
I have nothing
LeBron, against him. Let's put it this way.
Against him personally.
Okay. 2 things to consider. LeBron has now, and again, it's stats, and stats don't matter, but LeBron has now averaged 34, 9, and 9. Is that I forget? Fuck. I mean, it was so ridiculous. I gotta look it up now. It was like he's done something 10 games in a row in the finals that nobody else has ever done twice in a row.
I know. I'm
like that. It's
I'm not saying
when I watch LeBron James play,
but he's not in their category.
When I watch LeBron James on a basketball court, I see him do things that I don't think anybody else can do.
He's like Tiger. Michael Jordan is Jack. You know, and Tiger got stuck at 13. Jack is at fucking 17 or 19, whatever the fuck it is.
Sure. And, Jack played in a different era. And if Jack played today, Jack, that wouldn't have happened. But okay.
No.
Recognize how this has come about.
Teddy. Jack won for his first time in the 50s and won again in the 80s. The motherfucker dominated for 30 years. He didn't do a bunch of steroids like Tiger Woods and dominate for 5 years. Fuck.
Sure.
You know?
Okay.
And we live in a thing of, he's modern, so he must be the best ever. Oh, the best ever, the greatest. Yeah, because LeBron James gets a tattoo, calls himself the chosen one, and he tells everyone he's the greatest of all time every fucking night. I guess he's the greatest of all fucking time, right? You know, whatever.
The debate of the greatest of all time is useless.
That's bullshit, man.
But the whole the greatest of all time it's a useless debate because you're going to argue back and forth. The question is, can you mention him in the same breath with Michael Jordan? Okay, can you?
Yes.
And as over the years,
in the same breath when I say he's no Michael Jordan, that's the same breath.
Okay. And what's happened to me is over the years. I wasn't there with LeBron. I wasn't there with LeBron. I wasn't there with LeBron. I wasn't even close with LeBron. Wow, is he doing it again? Oh, my God, he's better now at 30 than he was at 25. Wow, look at the crappy team he just won a title with. Wow, he's in the finals again. Oh, my God, did you see that? I mean, I've gotten there. I didn't start there.
Someone in the chat
I got there.
Someone in the chat saying Tiger dominated the sport like no other. Hey, Brian,
he did.
So what part of dominating, don't you understand and winning in the span of majors in a 30-year era is and winning more? It's like you guys think that winning less is dominating. Fuck. It's baffling to me. I guess you guys don't understand the concept of sports.
Oh, my God. Now you're going to lecture your
Yes,
you guys.
They're fucking idiots. So listen to me.
Rangers.
You just said this. Said this, Teddy, and you're right. We can't judge the players in a team sport. Golf is the individualistic sport. That's all we have is wins.
Right.
That's all we have is wins.
Right.
So don't tell me that Tiger Woods is better than fucking Jack. Jack dominated. Tiger Woods fucking dominated for a short era, was on steroids, and played with better fucking equipment. Jack Nicklaus fucking dominated for fucking, look at when he won his first major to his last fucking major. It's not even, but Tiger's better. Yeah, why is Tiger better? Because he won fucking less? Because he dominated for a longer, shorter period of time? I guess Justin Bieber's the greatest ever, too, because he sold the most records this week, right? Or Kanye's the greatest now.
You're getting all riled up, and you're missing key points, Gabe.
Stupid.
You're missing key points.
The greatest ever, best ever, greatest ever. Yeah, greatest ever, fuck.
And second of all, Justin Bieber clearly is the greatest ever. Or, again, it's the Beatles and then Justin Bieber. Are they this? Yes, I'm joking. Okay, I got to get a smile out of you.
I got a little fired up there. All right.
Are they in the pantheon? And I got 5 minutes left, then I got to tuck my son in. I promise I'll be down at 9.
Teddy's so pissed off. This is his last appearance for the summer.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to talk baseball, dude. Thursday night, there's a couple weeks I'm not going to be around. I'm like, August, we'll come back and talk football. It'll be, it's one of those things.
Okay, so this is Ted. So no kidding. Teddy's going to take the month off coming up. We'll see him in August. We'll start.
Yeah, but no, I'm going to talk Jack Nicholson and Tiger for a minute because this is my last. This is the point. When you watch NBA in the 80s, okay, or in the 70s, and besides the tight shorts and the bad haircuts and all of that, what you see is the 8th guy in a team and the 10th guy in a team and the 12th guy in a team. They're very different than they are now. Much less talented. That's where the biggest difference isn't that, between Magic Johnson, the superstar and of one era and another. The biggest difference is the guy, the lesser tier guys were way, way weaker back in the day. So here's Jack Nicklaus. Did I say Jack Nicholson? So
I do it all the time. I always have to think before I say the name. If I say the right
exactly, and I never say it. It's one of those things. But so here's Jack Nicklaus, right? And he's in an era where there's a handful of elite golfers, but there's not 100 of them. Tiger's era, there's 100 of them.
Palmer, there was Lee Trevino. You're right.
Yeah, there's a handful of elite golfers, but the depth isn't there.
You're right, though. But Tiger Woods, now, Teddy, right now, these golfers would kick the shit out of anyone. Like the golfers now are fucking over the top good and shit.
Right.
Tiger Woods' era, he still wasn't playing against anybody. He played against Mark O'Meara, big fat guy. He beat like a lot of stiffs. Like Phil Mickelson was really the best guy that he played against, and he beat Phil a lot. But in Tiger's era, there wasn't great players yet. I
don't agree with that either.
He influenced the great players of this era, and we should know he was playing against Fuzzy Zeller and a bunch of fat white guys, and Tiger Woods was like the only golfer. He was like the first guy to take steroids. And I guarantee you he took steroids. So, and if I didn't, sue me, Tiger. And you won't sue me because you know you did. So, whatever. That's why I won't even say
on Judge Joe Brown.
What's that?
I'll be looking for Tiger suing you on Judge Joe Brown.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. Nate Brooks is completely false. Fuck. Tiger, what do you mean, Tiger? Tiger's on steroids. Fuck. It's like, if you guys don't think that, like, I don't know what to tell you. Fuck.
I mean, clearly.
I've been in his fucking doctor's office. Fuck. Like Tiger Woods fucking Tiger Woods goes to a doctor next to the airport strip mall, fucking Toronto, because he can't find a doctor in Florida, right?
Well, there's no doctors in Florida.
The same doctor that got busted fucking shipping steroids to athletes across the border. That was just a coincidence. Tiger just came to Toronto for a fucking massage, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't watch golf. Shut the fuck up, Brian. I know more about golf than you know about fucking sex.
Dude, you're so grumpy right now.
This guy's an idiot. Tell me I don't watch golf. Fuck. Yeah. You don't know what the fuck I watch. Shut the fuck up. Fuck.
I don't watch golf.
All right, Teddy. Anything else you want to get off your chest here?
No, hey, you wanted a lively discussion. We had one. I hope it was entertaining.
Yeah, very entertaining.
Yeah. I hope we, you and I, we have fun talking about this stuff, Gabe. We always have, and I suspect we always will.
I can't wait to start talking football. You've started, Teddy. Okay, well, we'll end on this. I'm hanging my hat sort of on one team so far.
Okay.
New York Giants over 6.5 wins.
All right, it's a good number. Let's put it this way: if you like them over, bet it sooner rather than later, because that number, there's only one direction that number is going in.
I was thinking the same thing. Once the Beckham and media hype and Barkley hype starts, oh yeah,
bet it now. Don't wait,
Teddy.
So thanks, Gabe. It's been a lot of fun. What is this? Is this season 1 of Sports Rage?
Well,
season 2,
16.5.
Yeah, but here on SBR, on SBR,
we're heading into in September. It will be, but great stuff, Teddy. I'll see you online. I'll send you a text. Make sure everything's on.
Yeah. Did you take any time off over the summer, Gabe, or you at it every night?
No, I don't know. I've been on 7 days a week forever. But to be honest, I was actually thinking after the World Cup and sort of All-Star break there. The World Cup's June 14th to July 15th.
Yeah, and then you don't want my World Cup analysis.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe after the World Cup, I'll fucking take a couple of days and fucking unwind.
Yeah. I've never once seen you unwound.
Teddy.
Yo, did you hear about those guys getting shot up, get stabbed up at Circus?
Yeah.
So the story, this is the last thing I'm going to say. The story came out on it today, and you know what happened?
No, what happened?
The guy's running down rooms, checking doors, just looking for an open door.
What? What? It was just
where you were staying, right?
What, did the murder happen in the courtyard suite part?
I think it happened in the outside. Yeah, guys going down, looking for open doors. Found an open door, and it was bad news for the people inside.
Holy motherfucker. Lock your fucking door, man.
That's what I'm saying. You remember everyone drunk, not knocking on your door at like 4 in the
Fucking Courtyard Suite Circus, man.
Well, now, I mean, the circus, they've upped their security significantly, I believe. They have to now. You know, it's a bad, big PR slap.
Yeah, I know. I like we were fucking ending on a higher note here, Teddy. Like, fuck, you sort of depressed us.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was a fun trip. All right, enjoyed it. Good luck.
Right. That's Ted Savransky, everybody.
Cheerio. Have a nice one, guys. We'll talk in August. Da 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 da. Don't ever watch me dance. It's brutal. I'm out.
All right, so it's been a pretty eventful first couple hours of the program here. I guess I don't want to talk about any more who's better conversations. I don't want to talk about any more who's better conversations because we all know that, whoever the youngest and more recent athlete is clearly the best, even if he's only won like a third. And, this guy, oh, you don't even watch golf. Yeah, I never watched golf before. Velveeta, I don't like Velveeta. I do like Cheese Whiz, but I don't like Velveeta. For a dime. No, I'm not doing fantastic, but thank you for asking. George Hainsworth, fuck. George Hainsworth. I'm telling you, anytime you do anything, like whatever the best is, it gets hostile, man. In Montreal years ago, it was same shit. Some guy, old man, called it. We were talking about who the best goalie of all time was. And it got fucking, some old guy called in, Graham. He's like, hey, listen, Gabriel, is that your name? He goes, I've been listening to you. And he goes, I just want to say that you and all your callers are idiots. It was the best call ever. He goes, you don't know what the hell you're talking about? He goes, your callers don't know what the hell you're talking about? He goes, the best goalie of all time is George Hainsworth, all right? He goes, George Hainsworth, he had 23 shutouts in 1 year. He goes, you're talking about Patrick Waugh. What, he had 8 shutouts? He goes, you don't know anything. He goes, you're stupid. So I got all pissed off. I started yelling at this old man. I'm like, yeah, I'm stupid, huh, Graham? And I'm like, listen, Graham, when you had 23 shutouts in 1922, you weren't even allowed to pass the puck forward, okay? I said it was like fucking rugby, side-by-side shit. He's like, it doesn't matter. He's the best ever. I said he didn't face any shots, Graham. And like, so I'm going back and forth with this old dude. Oh, it was the best, fuck. Is this Gabriel? You're the host. Yeah, I just want to say you're an idiot. That's not true, Drew. The Canadians were actually shit in their early days. They weren't dominant. Yeah, no more who's better talk. Everything just gets angry and contorted and twisted, and everyone gets angry. I wish maybe Rockamaniac has that calls. Pancakes, waffles, or French toast? Fuck. I'm going to go French toast. I could use some French toast, but I'm going to go with French toast. He wants to see the back. Listen, you're in Vegas, bro. You got to go out and fucking party right now. Stop. Get out of my chat, Eric. It's a Halak jersey. Guy Lafleur is the best goal scorer in Montreal Canadian history, but could say Maurice Richard, but Guy Lafleur is the man. Guy Lafleur. Although, you know, Stéphane Richer is the last. Stéphane Richer is the last. That's the last Montreal Canadian player to have 50 goals. No, I didn't show Cam the Cheese Whiz today. No, I have a new trick with Cam. I leave the fruit out. So today I ate he saw, like, he's sort of like a dog. Like when he hears food, like he sort of perks up. You know what I mean? So he sort of heard me fishing around a bag during a commercial break, and I saw him like fucking really like zone in on what I was pulling out. And it was an apple, and you should have seen like the disappointment. He just sort of went back to typing. I sat there eating an apple in front of him. It's going to make me healthy because he's worse than me. He doesn't eat he doesn't want an apple. So like he looked at the apple and he was disappointed in the apple. I've got to eat healthier around him and it'll turn him off. Like, like I had the bag and everything. I could see him like, fuck, he was like, oh, what's he busting out here? And I bust out an apple. He was sort of like, he went back to his business. Yeah, apples and water. Cam's a great guy. He doesn't like raid the fridge every day or anything like that, but you just can't really eat in front of him. Late night degenerate bets, Empire Building. I don't know. I'm on a degenerate bet right now. We told you guys to take the Seattle Storm +8. The Seattle Storm are winning by 20 points right now. Fuck, I told you. I liked Oakland, too, against KC, but the A's have been pissing me off. So, yeah, we jumped in. We told you. We jumped in on the Seattle Storm +8. They're winning by 20 right now. We have in-game. We have the over 168 for the game. And the in-game total is 168.5. You can't make this shit up. Oh, 166.5. Fuck. LA Sparks just missed a shot. We're going to get the split here. Hopefully we can get both. It'd be nice to get both here. UFC tomorrow night, Manuel Urita Ruiz. UFC tomorrow night, buddy. Although I'll tell you in the main event, I like Whitaker in the main event. I like Rafael Dos Anjos in the co-main event. I like Megan Anderson to upset Holly Holm. I actually think CM Punk is going to win the fight. I don't know if you guys saw. I don't know if you guys saw the picture, but if you check out Mike the Truth Jackson, that's who CM Punk is fighting. I'm getting distracted here on the news. There's the G7 in Quebec, and it looks like tomorrow the protest is going to get real. The chaos and carnage in the streets of Quebec City tomorrow, or Charlevoix. There was an election. There was an election in Ontario. I lost $100 to Big Will, in which Doug Ford won. Yet I'm seeing the G20 summit shit here, or the G7, whatever the hell it is, whatever, fuck. And like these are like left-wing leaning people. They're obviously protesting in the streets of a G7. And they got like anti-Trudeau shit all over the place. And the Liberal Party tonight in Ontario got fucking massacred. I think they won like 9 seats. Like they got fucking crushed. So where I'm going with this is I think that Trudeau's in a lot of trouble. Trudeau is probably going to lose the election whenever it is in 2 years or whatever. Fuck. There's going to be a people. It's ironic because people are like really, really fed up with like the left. You know, like in the United States and Canada, it's the same thing. So, you know, U.S. is a different dynamic than Canada, but like people on the left feel as if though Trudeau is too much of a centrist, and people on the right will never like him. So like people on the left are screwed all the time because like, you know, they don't deliver to what their constituents want. And then ironically enough, even though the majority wants a more centrist liberal, a conservative ends up winning. It's like Doug Ford won today because people didn't want Andrea Horwath. It's like a weird dynamic in politics that seems to work out well for the right-wing parties right now. I don't get worked up about this shit because whatever, it always changes. You know what I mean? Whatever, man. Ford will be in power for fucking the next 4 to 6 years or whatever. He'll fuck things up. People get pissed off. There'll be a bunch of scandals. And then the next person will come in and it'll be the same bullshit, man. You know? But yeah, this G7 tomorrow is the day that it gets fucking ugly. We got a dude, actually, might be tuning in. He lives in Quebec City, Teeny Mother, a good guy. And we met him once, and he lives like right here. He basically stated like that they're going to smash a bank underneath his place. Essentially, he lives in a condo, and there's a bank underneath it. And they were all warned at the condo that, listen, don't go out. They're gonna attack the fucking bank downstairs, most likely. Or they're going to try to, but there's going to be cops here and etc. So he's like, oh, I'll send pictures. He's going to post pictures on Twitter, so I'll retweet them tomorrow. When the G20 was in Toronto, it was a real motherfucking circus here, of course. Like literally there was like fucking 9,000 arrests and it got fucking hostile. The cops did more damage than the people did actually in Toronto. I don't think Quebec will get too crazy tomorrow. The cops in Quebec are pretty insane. They'll let people smash shit up a bit and they'll fucking tear gas them. And then people will leave. And I also think that a lot of people don't admit to being as right-wing as they are. everything comes down to money, guys. Right? So it's like on The Simpsons when Sideshow Bob ran. Remember Sideshow Bob ran for mayor? And Krusty the Clown voted for him, and he's in the voting booth, and he's like, well, he tried to kill me. It was the best line ever. Krusty the Clown's in the voting booth, and he votes. He's like, they show him Sideshow Bob. He pulls the lever. He's like, well, he tried to kill me, but man, am I itching for that tax break. You know, that's what it always comes down to. And it's true. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like even me. Look, I stayed out of this. I didn't participate in this shit. So, but even me, I watched the debate, and I'd listen. I think the best answer is none of them deserve to win. Like, I haven't seen 3 horrible campaigns. Kathleen Wynne, you're a twit. Fuck, you tapped out. You're the one that sabotaged this thing. You tap out. Horvath, you're an idiot. Fuck, like you can have the ball on the 1 yard line. You're gonna fumble it. And Ford didn't say anything. They didn't put him in any ads because they know people don't like him. So it's a miracle he won. Like the whole thing's a shit show. But quite frankly, I'm not going to be in Ontario, so I really don't give a shit. Not that I would really give a shit either way, to be honest. But when I watched the NDP and she was the alternative, like they don't get it. Like you can't just fucking tax everybody like to death all the time. Like the left, unless the left realizes that, like unless the left gets more capitalistic and stops, like the left's idea of success is a problem. You know what I mean? Like if you make $50,000 or $60,000 to fucking them, to the NDP or the Liberals, you're like rich. I know, fuck. I've made money, fuck, before, and it's fucking insane. It's like, man, you're not rich if you're living in one of these cities, but to them, you're like, oh, you know, you're making $80,000. You must be, you know what I mean? Let's take 40,000 of it. It's like, well, then I'm not rich anymore, am I? Fuck. They don't get that. It never ends. And it's the first time, and even me, I wouldn't be able to vote for that lady. And even though I like Andrea Horvath, but I wouldn't vote for her. But that's the thing. They all came to my building and shit. Kathleen Wynne even came to my condo, but they all knocked on my door and stuff. And I told them the same thing. I told Doug Ford's people good luck. I said, yeah, whatever. I said, you know, I wish you the best. I told the NDP guy, you should have seen the broken heart, like that poor kid on his face, the volunteer kid. I said, listen, I really like him. He got all excited. I said, I really like Andrea Horvath, but I said, I just can't. I wouldn't be able to vote for her. He's all confused. But I closed the door. I said, but good luck. And I closed the door. Good luck, though. And but even me, like it was the first time I'm watching this shit. I sounded like the lady on The Simpsons. Andrea Horvath is standing there talking about like daycare and shit. She's like, daycare should be $2 and fucking the kids, and we're going to build this school, and we're going to fucking build this fucking learning this and that. And I'm thinking, who's going to pay for all that? Fuck. Yeah, I know who's going to pay for this. You're going to gouge everybody. You're going to take more money out of their paychecks than they already get. And secondly, I don't even have a kid. So why do I want to pay for everyone's kid all the time? Like I said, I'm like the lady in The Simpsons. Fuck. Why should I pay for your kid? Oh, you know, like at the debate, these people stand up. Oh, we're a family of 4. I have 4 kids and I can't afford it. How come? Well, I don't know. You have 4 kids, you can't afford it. Here's a fucking idea, jackass. How about you wear a condom next time? Fuck. All right? Stop asking a politician. Everyone always asks politicians, what are you going to do for me? I don't have a job. What are you going to do for me? I knocked out my girlfriend 6 times and now I'm broke. I don't know, buddy. Buy a condom. You want a job? Look in a newspaper. I'm of this belief, like that people expect shit from politicians that they're not going to get. Yet they, you know, politicians are like, all right, you know, if that's what you want to hear, I'll tell you that. But it's like Homer Simpson when he ran for office, the garbage commissioner. He said, I'll come to your house and pick up your garbage. Fuck. Then he did, but he went through his budget in the first 12 months. That's quippy. You stupid idiot. You went through your entire year's budget in 1 month. Remember, that was Homer Simpson's line. Let someone else do it. Yeah, I would be that would be my speech. That'd be my speech, fuck, tell. I'd say, listen, all you people here, stop asking the government to fucking help you all the time. All right? You people complain all the time. You guys complain that the government's in your life too much. Now you complain we're not in your life enough. I'll say, listen, shut up, fuck. You know, you want to find a job, get a newspaper, go online, go to Craigslist. I have 6 kids. I can't afford them to go to school. Well, I don't know, lady. Fuck. How about you stop spreading your fucking legs and getting knocked up every fucking 2 years? Fuck. Right? You know, you have 1 kid, you have 2 kids, fine. Fuck. You want 6 kids, then what do you want from me? Oh, here you go. Here. Fuck. Hey, I should go on my balcony right now. Hey, anyone having a baby? Anyone having a baby? I know it's expensive. Here, take my money. Fuck. Single middle-aged men don't count. So you know what? Just fucking take it. Fuck. Here. Take my money. Fuck. Take my money. Take your fucking lovely kid out for a fucking walk on me. All right? Don't worry about me, though. We'll just be just fine. Fuck. So you go have sex. You go knock up the chick. And then let us pay for it. Fuck. Settle down, Andy. See, how many people want to vote for me now? Terrell Owens is a jerk off. Terrell Owens is a jerk off, man. He's another one. The guy bitches for years that he's not in the Hall of Fame. He gets into the Hall of Fame, and now he doesn't want to show up. Fuck. Screw him. I would revoke it. I'd say, you know what? You know, we made a mistake. We don't even want you here. No yellow jacket for you. It was like the same thing like with the Eagles. And, you know, I spoke my piece on this, but it is true. Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't bitch, well, he didn't invite us, and then he invites you, and you want to stiff. Like, it goes both ways, right? It's like, so T.O. wants to be in the Hall of Fame, but he doesn't want to be part of the Hall of Fame. So what's your deal? Like, what are you going to do? You're going to, I don't understand this concept of this. You're a fucking idiot. And me personally, T.O., if I was the other Hall of Famers, and I know they'll do this because they don't like you, is you're not going to get invited ever to any of these cruise ships and shit. You know what I mean? You're a fucking asshole. You're so stupid. You know, why are you bitter now, bro? You're in the Hall of Fame, all right? There's more deserving people that have waited longer than fucking you. You know, so what? You have to wait a few years. The reason you waited a few years because you were a bad teammate and because you're an asshole. They told me that personally. Chris Dolman said, fuck him. I played with him. He's a bad teammate. And, you know, so of course all these Hall of Famers who have dignity and shit, you just prove them right that you are a bad teammate. But all these Hall of Fame cruises and card shows and shit, why? And then you're going to want to come along though, right? Of course then. And we all know, I'll bet you right now that Terrell Owens fucking shows up at the Hall of Fame. He just wants attention. That's why I don't even want to talk about him. And I even like Terrell. I like Terrell Owens. I have a Terrell Owens jersey. Like, I'm a T.O. fan. At least I was, but whatever. He's just another loudmouth, fucking narcissistic, desperate person that needs attention. You know? Terrell Owens is irrelevant in pop culture now. Nobody knows who the fuck he is. Nobody gives a shit. He was once a great athlete, and he wants to stay fucking relevant. So he wants attention. It wasn't enough that he's going to the Hall of Fame. He needs us to beg him to show up. Oh, but why, T.O.? Please come. Please come. He's like a kid, fuck. You know, his parents throw him a birthday party. Timmy, we're throwing you a birthday party and everyone in the neighborhood's going to come. I'm not going to my own party. I don't like Jimmy from across the street. I don't like Ricky. I don't like Jenny. Okay, we'll cancel the party. No, I didn't say that. He's a fucking kid, but grow the fuck up, Tito. Nobody gives a shit, bro, whether you go or not anyways. Like, I hate to break it to you, fuck, but nobody cares. I don't give a shit, and I like you. So I can't imagine the people that don't like you. If I like you and I don't care, like I said, I like them. Listen, he's a good well, I'm just telling it like it is, Alex. Listen, I like to give us a thumbs up here. Speaking of which, bad moods. Yeah, give us a thumbs up, everyone. Please, please. Well, we say, yeah, give us a thumbs up. Support the SBR here. No, the thing is, when you say that Terrell Owens is a bad teammate, you can't say that Terrell Owens is a bad teammate in the sense that Terrell Owens played hurt in the Super Bowl. Very hurt. And he played very good, too. Right? So, like, he risked his leg and further injury by playing in the Super Bowl. No one can dispute that. When he was on the Buffalo Bills, he didn't cause any problems, really. He was actually pretty cool on the Bills. He was humbled a bit, but he wasn't a problem on the Bills. He was cool. You know, people in the room didn't like him, but like on the field, like, you know, he didn't mail it in. You know what I mean? He didn't mail it in, but also he was a prima donna bitch. And, you know, if you watch the, I don't know if it's a 30 for 30, it's like the catch 2.0. You know, rest in peace, Dwight Clark. But Dwight Clark got the catch. But if you remember in a playoff game against the Packers, Steve Young connected with Terrell Owens for a touchdown and won a wild card game or a division round game. T.O. was a kid and shit still. And they were trying to mentor him and stuff. And it was a pain in the ass. Like they said, they put a lot of work into this kid, you know? Terrell Owens, you know, I think the best term for Terrell Owens is he's ungrateful. But yeah, I'm not listening. There's a difference, though, guys. Just because we sit here and we say that Terrell Owens is an asshole has nothing to do with him not being a great wide receiver. If you look at Terrell Owens' numbers and stuff, I mean, he's a clear-cut Hall of Famer. Nobody's disputing that. But listen, he got what he wanted. We talked about him, not just me, but I mean, you know, people talked about him. And it overshadowed. I don't even know who else got inducted. Like, who else? I don't even see here. All I fucking see is, oh, Terrell Owens won't go. Who gives a shit? Fuck off if you're going to go or not. So is it Randy Moss? Is it Randy Moss and who else? I don't know why I can't find it. Fuck. It's so annoying. Every site I go to, it just starts with Terrell Owens. Oh, Terrell Owens not going to his. I don't give a shit. Fuck off, man. Baltimore Ravens. Ooh, hey. First NFL game, fuck. August 2nd. It's earlier than normal. August 2nd. Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears in Canton. So who is it? Is it Ray Lewis? Ray Lewis, Randy Moss, and who? I don't know why the media is so stupid. Fuck. Ray Lewis, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, Brian Dawkins, Brian Urlacher. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, I don't even know. Everyone talks about OTO today. So I guarantee you some of these other guys are like, what a dickhead, fuck, just trying to get attention. But whatever, it's what he is. He's desperate for it. He's like a troll. You know, he's like an internet troll, this guy, T.O. Troll Owens. That's his nickname, Troll. But so Ray Lewis, well, Ray Lewis is a fucking Ray Lewis shouldn't be getting the Ray Lewis shouldn't get the accolades that he did. Like, if anyone, like, people are like, oh, OJ Simpson wants to do football again. People are like, well, you're never going to do football again, OJ. It's like, well, Ray Lewis does. It's the hypocrisy. Ray Lewis, Randy Moss. Listen, Ray Lewis is a great football player. You can't say anything. Like, he's one of the greatest linebackers I saw. Lawrence Taylor's the best linebacker I've ever seen play, but I don't want to get into the best ever shit because I know, you know, somebody's going to say that, you know, I'm sure there's someone in the chat right now. Joey Bosa is the best defensive tackle ever. Ray Lewis, though, was a dominant player. Randy Moss, dominant player. Terrell Owens, dominant. Brian Dawkins, great player. Brian Urlacher, great player. I don't have a problem with any of these guys as Hall of Famers. I got to be honest, though. I got to be honest. Like, I never really thought about it. I never really thought about it before, but I would have guessed that Ray Lewis was already in the Hall of Fame. I could have sworn he already had his fucking speech and all this shit. Hopefully he refrains from hitting someone over the head with a fucking champagne bottle. All right, so we got the split in the WNBA game. Fuck. Fucking 8-point underdog wins outright, but the LA Sparks didn't score at all. We'll take the split. Not a great night. The loss of the hockey game hurt. There's nothing really going on now either. Oklahoma City and Sacramento, fucking Pacific Coast League baseball. Colorado Springs. All these games are late. The hell is this? Fuck. The Modesto Nuts. Modesto, California. That's the name of their team. The Modesto Nuts. It's scoreless right now in the 9th inning, fuck. Against the Visalia Rawhide. Modesto Nuts. What's this? Like AA fucking ball? Modesto Nuts. And we talked about this. I remember their logo now. Holy shit. Bet365 is taking action on A-League games now. This is A-ball. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know my AAA teams. I'm like, this isn't even AAA baseball. What is this, fucking rookie league shit? The Modesto Nuts, fuck. Like, no AAA team's going to allow their team to be called the Nuts. You know what I mean? Like, look, like, it's Oklahoma City Dodgers. You know, like, it's you're a AAA team. You're supposed to be professional. Sacramento Royal Crown Cola, Sacramento RC. Unfortunately, how cool would that be if it was like RC Cola at a team? But no, it's not. It's the Royal Cats. Oklahoma City Dodgers against the Royal Cats. Colorado Springs versus the Fresno Grizzlies. All right, you want to get really degenerate here? Let's fucking bet. Let's see if it's worth it here. A-ball. I bet A-ball before. Listen, I bet on the Little League World Series before, so this isn't above me, but I don't even know if I standings for this shit. California League. California League baseball standings. The Rawhide, Arizona Diamondback farm team. They're 31-28, 15-13 on the road. They've won 3 in a row. The Modesto Nuts are 25-34, not a very good team. They're only 11-17 at home, and they've lost 2 in a row, and they're 3-7 in their last 10 games. And they're -175 favorites right now. They are at bat right now. And they just got a single. Bottom of the 9th inning. Fuck, the Visalia Rawhide are now +200. I think they're going to get out of this, man. Not that I know anything about this, but I want to take the underdog here. But there's no out. Fuck. All right. We got Philippines basketball. Fuck, I hate the Philippines basketball league. Fuck. Fucking Premier Cup fucking can blow me. Is this fucking D-League shit or is this the real shit? Oh, it's D-League. Fuck off. FIBA 3-on-3 World Cup basketball. Estonia and Japan. Fuck. I have no idea, man. Estonia are -160 in game. Japan are +120. I don't know. Fuck, who's better at basketball? Fuck, Estonia or Japan? Here's another weird one. It's 7-7 right now in this game, but Estonia are minus 200. I want to take Japan because they're plus 150 in a complete toss-up here. All right, we'll take Japan. Small play. Very small play on Japan. 3-on-3 basketball. Japan plus 150. We're in. There's beach volleyball. There's chicks too. They can see the video here. Fuck that. I'm not betting on beach volleyball. Esports. Man, we've been missing out on this esports shit a little bit. There's a team in this Overwatch league. I've only bet League of Legends, really. I've bet a little Dota before, but I'm more of a League of Legends type of guy. And I don't play League of Legends, but I've bet on it before. And I used to fucking know I used to know about the teams like 2 years ago. So I'm a little bit out of the loop with the esport, but there's a team in the esport, and I was like, holy fuck, you can actually bet on this shit too. And this, you can bet on Overwatch, is they've lost 37 games in a row. Yeah, the Shanghai Dragons. They're 0-37 in the Overwatch Pro League. After last night, the Shanghai Dragons are now 0-37 in the Overwatch League. Longer than any losing streak in the history of the Big Four North American pro sports leagues. And listen, esports, it's not the same thing. All right, a bunch of Korean kids losing a video games, not the same thing as a basketball team losing 37 games in a row. Right? Longest losing streak in the history of professional sports, but all right, whatever. Shanghai Dragons. They play in the North American League too. Because it says here, like they fucking nearly beat the Dallas Fuel, but they ended up choking. They nearly beat the Philadelphia Fusion. The Philadelphia Fusion are playing right now. It's the San Francisco Shock. We're going to have to fucking start getting more refreshed on this esports shit, especially in the summertime here, guys. For times like this, there's nothing going on. We're going to have to know more about this shit. I got to get more on the Overwatch League here. Fucking now that we know this Dragon team, our luck, they're going to win, though. We're all load up on this team tomorrow night. I lost my CFL preseason bet today, too. CFL preseason. Come on, Japan. Don't fuck me over here. Fuck. Come on, man. 9-8. We're down 9-8 right now. There's ping pong, table tennis. This shit's got wild swings, man. It's always I always tell people this shit. There's only 2 fucking nationalities that are good at ping pong. Like Korea and the Netherlands. And look at this. Now you got Kaizu in China and stuff. The Asian countries and the Netherlands. Every major ping pong tournament and in the finals and shit's always the same shit. And here we go. Kaizu versus Matthias Carlsen. The Asian guys are fucking like smaller, you know what I mean? But they're fucking active. They're like fucking this and shit. And these fucking Dutch dudes, look at this guy. He's like 7 feet tall, fuck. He's literally like 6'6". Like they take this shit seriously over here, right? Like in Europe and in Asia and shit, the ping pong tour, the table tennis tour. So they're like big, tall dudes, man. You get these big, tall Dutch guys and shit, and their fucking arms are like fucking like wingspan, so they don't move. So the Asian guy's like running around all over the table doing these crazy shots, and the Dutch guy's just standing in one spot, hammering it back, bang, 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 bang. Like if I played this guy, if I played either one of these guys in ping pong, I'd lose like 21-0, man. And I fancy myself to be a pretty good ping pong player. I'm a decent table tennis player. I can play table tennis, but I had a table tennis in my basement and my grandparents as a kid. I played a lot. I used to even play alone. You know what I mean? I'd put the fucking half it up and like fucking. It was good for reflexes as a goalie. So like my grandfather used to fucking, I was like a drill and shit. I liked it though. It was actually pretty cool. So basically, like, he'd take like the ping pong ball and whack it off the fucking wall, and I have to catch it wherever it go. And we got a shitload of tennis going on that I don't want any part of. Oh, we're going to lose a little play on Japan. 12-9. Now I know why they were plus 150. Yeah, there's nothing to bet on now. It's like a bar. It's like last call. There's no more booze left. Trust me, if I saw something that I would say, all right, let's hammer this, I need a soccer game. If there was like a soccer game, I'd jump on this. Pretty frustrating day, though, man. Started out 3-0 today, too. So I can hit that afternoon baseball parlay, hit the England, Costa Rica under 2.5 soccer game. I hit an in game in a WNBA this evening in the afternoon, evening. I was 3-0. I was like, oh, it's going to be a good day after last night's frustration. And fuck, man. I don't know why I bet on Las Vegas, but I went bigger on them too. Fuck. I really thought Vegas was going to win this game tonight. It's 10-4. Oklahoma City Dodgers. It's 10-4 right now. Yeah, I'm not going to lay 5.5 runs. If Sacramento scores, we lose. I'm not forcing shit here. Like, this is real degenerate shit now. Like, look, I just fucking lost betting this 3-on-3 FIBA World Cup shit. Fucking Estonia. Kaizu and Matthias Carlson. They're going back and forth right now. That's the thing with this shit. Like, they sort of tap out. It's weird, like ping pong. It's deceptive. Like, the guy that serves fucking rolls, basically. Like, in the first set, Kaizu won 11-5. In the second set, Matthias Carlson won 11-1. Now he's about to win fucking 11-6. So the line is swung. Carlson's now minus 160 and minus 170 and shit. And whatever, it'll swing right back now because Kaizu will fucking serve and he'll fucking kick the shit out of Carlson. It goes back and forth. I noticed this with table tennis. You don't get a lot of, oh, now Zoo's coming back on here. 10-8. You don't usually get a lot of these, really. It's sort of like once the guy realizes he's not going to win the set, they blow through it. You know, look, it was 11-5 for Zoo, then it was 11-1. All right, Carlson just took the game. I don't know. I thought the ball hit the table, but it's actually a pretty good match they got going on here. Now, Japanese baseball. Listen, the Japanese baseball has been good to us, as you guys know. But the problem with Japanese baseball is it doesn't start until 5 a.m. It doesn't start until 5 a.m. And, man, Bet365 is not fucking around with these Japanese baseball totals right now. You know, we've been crushing the unders. They got 6.5s up now and shit. There's no more 8.5s. You know what I mean? There's no more 8.5s and 9s. There's 1 8 up. You got a 7, a 7.5, an 8, a 7.5, 6.5, a 7. They're squeezing the value out everywhere. The next big bet we'll make is tomorrow night. Well, listen, we're already on the what are they going to pay us here? They were probably going to pay right now. What? Yeah. We could cash our Warrior play out. It's pretty sad. Well, we put $1,000 on the Warriors. We played that at minus 350, when they were like big locks. We thought it was a good line because they were minus 600 to minus 700 everywhere in Vegas and shit. And even offshore, they were like minus 700. And Bet365 had it at minus 350. So even though it's a terrible line at the time, we were like, well, it's fucking minus 350. It's minus 700 at the Westgate right now. And they're going to win. So it's sort of just like a fucking interest in a bank. You know what I mean? So, of course, we put the $1,000 down on the Golden State Warriors to pay back $1,285. And then the day we do it, they lose 2 in a row, and then their back's against the wall. And then when they were down 3-2 to the fucking Houston Rockets, they were minus 110 to win the NBA title then. And then we bet it again. So we got a little value out of that. We'll take it, but as we stated, so we're going to take the money from the Golden State Warrior parlay. If it hits, we're not there yet, but it should. And then we're going to flip it over on some World Cup qualifying parlays and World Cup not to qualify parlays. And I really don't see why we can't be successful with that. Go get some fucking help there, buddy. Well, you're popping your Ritalin and you're getting out of mental institutions. I was winning $55,000 in Las Vegas. Well, you buy Twitter followers. I succeed. Just go to bed. Take your pills and go to bed, bro. Take your pills and go to sleep. Mark T took out a line of credit. Yeah, me and Big Man will hit World Cup parlays tomorrow. Yeah, tell Carter, you're the worst president ever, and your peanuts suck, fuck. Settle down, Empire Building. I'm not betting on the table tennis. So, yeah, me and Big Man will hit some of these parlays tomorrow. We've already put together a few of them, but we're going to get less ambitious even. We're going to get safer. We're going to get safer. Like, we got Saudi Arabia not to qualify, Morocco not to qualify, Australia not to qualify, Iceland not to qualify, Costa Rica not to qualify, Tunisia not to qualify, South Korea not to qualify, and Japan not to qualify at plus 458. That's sort of a riskier one. We're going to get more into the safer type of ones here. Just basically like Tunisia not to qualify, Germany to qualify, France to qualify. We'll find. We'll put. There's a million combinations, but we'll find a few successful ones here. Scott Ramsey said Crawford by TKO is free money. Japan to finish last plus 150. Yeah, you know, Scott, what up, Scott? And congratulations to Scott Ramsey. He's a father. Second time. You missed us earlier, Scott. I was ripping kids, actually. So Scott's a father, but he can pay for his own kids. I said that basically that Horvath lost because she wants everyone to pay for everyone's kid. But congratulations to Scott Ramsey. Great guy. Second, congratulations to him and his wife. So that's for you, Scott. The crowd's for you. All right, so World Cup groups. Like, we got to go with the absolute safest fucking parlay. And it's okay if it's minus 200 even or so. You know what I mean? Like, we're just trying to, like, build this money up, you know? We're not being Johnny Hero here. We're not trying to be Johnny Hero here. Holy fuck, empire building. Do you talk too much? Fuck. The idiot that's telling me to bet on a fucking ping pong match. You can always tell, though, who the fucking dickheads are. I mean, by their names. You know? I just don't give a shit enough. It's the same psycho. He's got like fucking 5 accounts. Don't worry, he'll be back in a minute under a new name. All right, so Uruguay. Uruguay should advance. Russia won't advance, but you know those aren't stone cold locks. France to advance is a motherfucking lock. Argentina to qualify is, they're going to qualify. Brazil will qualify. Essentially, we take every favorite in the group to qualify. You don't even have to take them all, and it becomes look at this. So this is a pretty safe play, in my opinion. You get France to qualify, Argentina to qualify, Brazil to qualify, Germany to qualify, Spain to qualify. Belgium to qualify, minus 170. Minus 170. That's not bad. So France to qualify, Argentina to qualify, Brazil. So all they got to do is get out of their group. They don't even need to win the group. Just get out of the group. France to get out of the group. Argentina to get out of the group. Brazil to get out of the group. Germany to get out of the group. Spain to get out of the group. Belgium to get out of the group. Like, we've got some soccer knowledgeable people here. Like, honestly, are any one of these teams going to get upset, that much upset, that early? Now, I know you were talking about Argentina, John, but being worried about Argentina. But just because Argentina is going to struggle and fail at some point doesn't mean they're not going to qualify. Portugal should qualify, yes. They haven't looked good coming into this, but you got Morocco scrappy, Iran plus 550. I do think Iceland are a concern. Group D is a tricky one with Argentina, Iceland, Croatia, and Nigeria. Croatia are good. Nigeria can be good and beat anybody on any given day. Iceland are really, really fucking tough to beat. Like, they work hard, these motherfuckers. We saw their run that they made in the Euro. And Argentina are world class. They're a tough group, that group. The toughest group for betting purposes is that Group H, with Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan. I mean, Japan should be in over their head. I think Colombia should win the group, to be honest. And Colombia is going to advance. We put Colombia in the parlay. That's when it bumps up because it's minus 275. So look, yeah, now the parlay becomes plus 116. And let's throw Uruguay in here to qualify. So now we have someone to qualify in every group, and it pays plus 152. So basically, our warrior bets are going to be turned into about $1,800. So the $1,800 will split into two parlays at $900 each. This parlay, so all 8 groups, somebody needs to, we picked one because you can't put 2 teams from the same group in a parlay. So we've got France, Argentina, Brazil, Germany, Spain, Belgium, Colombia, Uruguay, all to advance, plus 152. $900 returns $2,276. So if you cashed $140,000, fuckface, why don't you go celebrate and buy a life? Holy fuck, man. What a fucking loser. Like, how many accounts can you set up in a night, bro? Like, are you that pathetic? Like with your insanity, I think you keep YouTube in business, fuck. Like YouTube, when they're like, yeah, we have 82 million users. It's like, well, actually, fuck, 3 million accounts are one fucking pathetic psychopath. It's like, you know, it's sort of like Facebook, you know, it's like half of the accounts are fake and shit. It's like YouTube. You know, YouTube's like, man, we get a lot of signups. It's like, well, actually, it's one sad, pathetic person. But hey, thank you for giving us hits, fuck. You know, if we didn't get any internet hits, if no one like logged in all the time and watched, we wouldn't be on. So thank you for keeping me employed, fuckface. Nah, you know what? Some of them I do. Nah, not really, fuck. I actually just, you know, I feel sorry for their parents. You know, imagine you're a parent and shit, and your kid's an internet troll. Like that's what your kid does. But honestly, I don't feel sorry for them. I'd prefer if they got run over by a bus, to be honest. No, I don't feel sorry. It actually bothers me when I see on the news that like fucking innocent people die and that there's losers, fucking trolls that actually don't. So no, I don't feel sorry for them. I actually wonder why God lets them live and kills nice people. Like all you can say is that whenever you see on the news that there was like a fire at someone's house, just fucking pray that somehow it's one of the trolls. Just think, well, maybe maybe we can get lucky. Yeah. Cavaliers are getting swept. Yes, sir. I agree with you there, Scott. Saw Uruguay scored 3 goals today pretty easily, too. I like that parlay that we just talked about. What's up, April? The 23rd or the 24th, whatever that date is coming up. Yeah, I like this parlay a lot. But I'm going to pare some parlays down where, like I said, I don't mind laying minus 200 like for a decent parlay if I can. I don't want sweat job parlays, though. You know what I mean? I don't want to sweat them out and shit. Good stuff, April. It's going to be a good party. Yeah, karma is real. Fuck. Obviously, I have bad karma because I get fucking bothered by trolls. So, oh, exact order. Ooh. All right, I can't stay on until 2 a.m. tonight. I got to be on the radio like early in the morning. I'll be on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. These guys into networking too much. I just look at what I look at a message I get. It's just like a pot shot at someone else. It's like fuck, man. Fucking. I deal with New Yorkers every day, man. They're all fucking hostile. Fuck. But I'm hostile too, so it's good. It's really like the one thing I like about working with guys from New York is like we all yell at each other like fucking often and shit. And there's no hard feelings after. Like that's the good thing. Like you do that in some cities where you tell people, what are you, a fucking idiot? Like I fucking lose it and shit during these commercial breaks sometimes. And then after everything's like, yeah, it's all good. Like they tell me in the chat, fuck off and shit. It's like during the show sometimes, man, you'll hear me typing. I don't know if you hear, I'm getting pissed. Like I'm having a little feud in the chat and shit. So like and even with the bosses and shit, you can get into it with them and it's like, yeah, you know, whatever, fuck, you know. They're New York hotheads. I'm a hothead, so everyone, you know. The thing with like a crazy New Yorker is shit can escalate from 0 to 60 fast. That's like the thing. And I might as well have been born in fucking New York because, you know, I'm pretty fucking like, I'm pretty insane myself. So it just goes, it's actually funny. Like the emails and the text crack me up. Fuck. Like all I get is all day long fucking cocksucker about someone else, not to me and shit, but see, I got to be on early in the morning here. They want me on to talk horse racing. Fuck. Yeah, I owned a shitty horse, so I'm a horse racing expert. Thanks for tuning in, Mud. Good to see you, buddy. So, yeah, we're going to wrap it up in a couple of minutes here. So tomorrow night, guys, yeah, Big Man on Campus will be with us tomorrow night. We'll get into some UFC tomorrow night because it's worthy of talking about. We'll get into the UFC picks tomorrow night, even though I gave you the picks last night, and I went over it for like fucking 40 minutes with Lou the other day. We'll go over to UFC tomorrow night, Big Man on Campus. We'll get into the World Cup. World Cup's now 7 days away, 6 days away tomorrow. So it's real, man. Like it's time to start. It's real. The World Cup's around the corner. It's time. It's going to be epic. We've got to pace ourselves. I want to lose like $2,000 in the first weekend here, but I always love the World Cups. And, you know, the different times of day are always interesting, whatever, every 4 years. I don't have a problem with these times of day. It'll be cool on the weekends. Like, I can't get fucking hammered during the day, during the week. I got radio shows and this show, you know what I mean? But it'll fuck me up if I drank at like noon. But every World Cup, there's always one day that I fucking go out and get fucking blasted and shit. Like, you know, I'll do it on the weekend maybe, you know what I mean? I'll fucking go out to like fucking Little Portugal when they're playing type shit. Because Toronto's a very culturally diverse city, right? So the games are going to be on fucking everywhere. So like outdoor squares and bars and cafes and shit. And Toronto is very like, fuck, man. There's more Italians here like than anywhere in North America, essentially. Fuck. Like there's literally like fucking 700,000 Italians in Toronto. It's fucking over the top. They all came here like during the war. So like Little Italy is massive here in Toronto. There's a lot of Portuguese people here, but there's actually like more in Montreal. The three biggest Portuguese places in North America are Montreal, Toronto, and New Jersey. Newark. They all came to Montreal, Toronto, or New Jersey. So like Toronto's got a massive port. Montreal is really fucking Portuguese, but Toronto's pretty big Portuguese too. Yeah, I'm aware Italy didn't make it, Ghoster. Thanks, Ghoster. What, you troll now, Ghoster? Come on. I'm aware they didn't make it, but it does. I'm talking about the cultural diversity of Toronto. And also, the fact is, even in Little Italy and Toronto, Ghoster, fuck, trust me, they'll have the games on. These motherfuckers are going to be betting fucking $20,000 a game and shit up there. That's like the beautiful thing like about the World Cup. Like it's on everywhere, fuck. Like there's a little coffee shop near my place. They serve alcohol too. And they're fucking excited, man. They're getting their flags ready and shit and fucking and all the games, you know what I mean? I'll check it out, big man. We got time. No, I'm just busting your balls, Ghoster. It's all good. So yeah, one of the weekends I'll go out and I'll fucking get blasted and fucking watch the games out in a square or something, you know? I have some great memories of the World Cup over the years, like different cities and different places where I've watched it outdoors and stuff. Montreal is a really good soccer town. So like Montreal is intense for the World Cup, but Toronto, you can't get much better. It's ironic because Canada is so shit at soccer, but soccer's so popular here. Like I said, there's so many Italians, man. There's so many Portuguese in Canada. There's a lot of Middle Eastern people. Like there's so much cultural diversity. Indians, like soccer is fucking popular. Like more, put it this way, we'll wrap it up with this. More people from Canada buy World Cup tickets than any other country for countries that aren't in the World Cup. Like we buy more tickets than some countries in the World Cup. You know what I mean? But I'm stating like Canadians buy more tickets to the World Cup than of any country that are never in the World Cup. Like there'll be a shitload of Canadians, man, in Russia at the World Cup and shit. Like that's why Canada could get the World Cup, or at least part of it. It was going to be the split bid in 2026. What jerseys do I wear for the World Cup? Well, no, Canada will not make the World Cup anytime soon. The only way Canada will make the World Cup, Lloyd, is if they host it. I'm actually one of these people, King Ganja, that I don't like wearing international team jerseys during the World Cup if you're not that nationality. I sort of feel that way. I might be alone in that. You know what I mean? Or you can do it, or that's your favorite team. You bet on them, and that's your team. or you have a connection to that country. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, my father lived in Portugal. Like, I went to Portugal and I spent like fucking months there and shit. So, like, you know, my father lived there. I know Portuguese people. I've been to Portugal. I've been all around Portugal. I was there for like fucking 4 months type shit. Maybe even longer, like 4 or 5 months. I was there for a while. And so, you know, I have a connection to Portugal. But I'm not, you know, I cheer for them, but I'm not, it's not diehard. To be honest with you, my favorite soccer team is Germany. And my father was actually married to a German woman. So my stepmother is German. So I can get away with pulling the Germany off. Yeah, I've always felt that way. You know, I know it's kind of crazy. I don't say if you're not, you can't wear a jersey. Look, I wear a fucking Holland soccer jersey sometimes. I'm not Dutch. You know, it's just a cool orange jersey. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, so I'm not like, I'm totally opposed to it, but I told you when I was in Mexico once, I was all wasted. I was going to buy this soccer goalie jersey. And Buddy's like, no, Nacional. And he's basically telling me, no. And he fucking pointed all these others. And he basically was telling me, no, you don't buy the Mexican national jersey. You buy a club jersey. And I was like, yeah. I was all drunk. And I was like, I nodded like I got it. I was like, I said, oh, I totally get it, man. Because he went, Canada. He knew I was Canadian. He's like, you Canada. And he goes, club, pick club. Because I was in this soccer shop. And he's like, pick a club team. And I got the Coca-Cola, the Coca-Cola team that fucking was in the, that we saw play the other day. And remember, I am fucking 1% Nigerian. My ancestry says so. So, yeah, I'm pulling for Germany. I was going to bet on France and Germany, but I think France will go far, but France will choke. They're too emotional. But anyways, I got to get out of here. I got to go to the bathroom too. So I think we haven't even taken a break tonight. It's been like 3 hours and 24 minutes of rage. So we're going to get out of here. We'll see you tomorrow night, guys. Thanks for the support. Give us a thumbs up if you can, if you haven't already. And I'll be on tomorrow night. I'm going to be on the Golden State Warriors to sweep the Cleveland Cavaliers. Tomorrow night, we'll break it down. World Cup talk with Big Man, AFL with Mick, and, of course, Friday nights always get angry and surly and everyone yells. It'll be a lot of fun. God bless you guys. Thanks for the support, Mark T. See you later, Mangler, DeLuca, Van Fob, McCursey, Alex, Ganja, Big Man, Goldster, Colorado Eric, and everybody else in between. You guys rock. We'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Thanks, April. May the winners be yours. Other than that, you're on your own. Later.